acá. Perfecto. Y ahora acá. Buena gente, sepan disculpar hoy que este directo de hoy va a ser temprano, pero parece ser que el horario en Vidudis, al ser tan caluroso a las horas de aquí que serían muy tarde, decidieron hacer el stream lo más temprano posible para evitar obviamente los temas de calentamiento y obviamente problemas de conectividad. Así que las transmisiones para hoy en Vidudis Top 16 y Top 8 van a ser a partir de las 9 de la mañana. Hoy, o mejor dicho, de esta semana. En noticias que tenemos hasta ahora, que ocurrieron ayer en dos de las finales de World Warriors. Dos DJs adicionales se han clasificado para la Capcom Cup, por lo que eso suma ahora el total a 4 DJs clasificados. Así es, 4 DJs clasificados para la Capcom Cup. Dos en el uno en el CPT Brasil, que fue Namikaze, uno en el CPT Sudáfrica, que fue Japhim, y ahora dos más por World Warrior. Uno fue Xian, que ganó el World Warrior Asia Southeast Finals. Y el otro fue el mismísimo Fudo, que se hizo otro speedrun en el World Warrior Japan. En el World Warrior Japan Finals. Solo perdiendo un set. Después de eso, todo lo demás fueron todo victorias. 3-0, 3-1, 3-0. O sea que el señor Fudo se pegó un speedrun de la madre. Y gracias a eso, ahora está clasificado para la Capcom Cup. Pero, quitándose del medio, vamos ahora con el siguiente clasificatorio que toca. Que es el CPT Middle East. Top 16 primero. Para buscar quiénes van a ser los 16 players. De los 16 players que había de 125 que se registraron, quiénes serán los 8 que estarán para mañana. Así que vamos a revisar eso primero. Por el lado de Winners tenemos a AngryBird versus Azis. Aviso que AngryBird ya está clasificado. Lo más probable es que le quiere limpiar un poco de peso a su compañero BigBird para que él se clasifique. Y así no tenga que lidiar con algunos problemas. Luego YSF-B versus RealMF. Luego BigBird versus Hamood. Y luego Fandroid versus Metplex. Creo que de los nuevos, de los que estaban en Street Fighter V son obviamente los Birds, AngryBird y BigBird. YSF y Hamood y Fandroid, que estuvieron en el Middle East de Street Fighter V. Por el lado de losers tenemos a Sai vs Volcano Russo, Wisim vs Abotboy, Uchiha FC vs Fruit y Amu vs The Legend G. De los que estuvieron en Street Fighter V estarían Sai, Volcano Russo, Abotboy y Amu. El resto son completamente nuevos de Street Fighter VI, como Wisim, Uchiha, Fruit y The Legend G. Aunque creo que The Legend G estuvo en Street Fighter V. Pero ya lo veremos. Así ha quedado el top 16. Pero, como dije, el Angry Bird ya está clasificado porque él fue el primero al ganar el Evo de 2023 de este año. Así que lo más probable quiere ayudarle a su compañero Big Bird para que se clasifique, limpiándole todo el peso de encima. Porque el que envió a Big Bird en uno de los World Warrior a Loser fue Abotboy. Abotboy fue el que envió a Big Bird a Losers. Aunque de igual forma Big Bird ganó el CPT, el World Warrior. Pero desde Losers se pegó la Loser Run tras haber sido enviado. Pero bueno, ya veremos esto en breve, ya que esto se va a poner bueno en unos 20 minutos que se viene la preview, y después de los 20 minutos se viene un análisis de uno de los CPTs que pasó la semana pasada, que fue el CPT de Europe West, que lo ganó el señor Garnet con su Dawson. Tras eso viene la sección del señor Rob TV y Brian F. O en este caso va a ser Saint Cola. Y después de eso empezamos la acción del Middle East. La región de los Birds. Que esto se va a poner muy bueno. Así que prepárense, porque obviamente vamos a tener a dos de los jugadores más fuertes del mundo, que son BigBird y AngryBird. BigBirdo. BigBirdo y AngryBirdo. Así que ya veremos esto. Así que abróchense los cinturones, preparen todo lo que tengan que hacer, porque vamos a empezar en unos minutitos. Que esto se va a poner muy bueno. Aunque sea un directo tempranito. El que creo que no podré transmitir va a ser el de Asia Southeast. Aunque ese ya el World Warrior lo ganó Xian. Así que el que gane ahora incluso si Xian gana el CPT, el Premier, el que quede en segundo puesto se clasificará. El que llegó al segundo puesto en el World Warrior Finals de Asia Southeast fue Bravery con su Cammy. Y Bravery ya estuvo en el CPT en el último CPT de Street Fighter V. Mm. O sea que no deben preocuparse por eso. O sea, si Xian gana de igual forma el de Southeast, Bravery tiene una chance de poderse clasificar. O sea, se clasifica automáticamente si llega al segundo puesto o cualquiera de los demás. Que creo que el que está cerca de puede clasificarse luego de Bravery es Seo. Seo ha sido uno de los pocos players que le ha ganado a Xian en los World Warrior. Con solo poner el comando bracket podrán ver el bracket, si no lo pueden ver. Aunque se los paso yo mismo. Ahí está, ahí lo tienen. Después de eso vendrá el CPT de Asia Southeast, que es la región del Xi'an. Y aviso obviamente que esto lo estoy haciendo en multistream, o sea que si no lo pueden ver acá en Twitch, lo pueden ver en YouTube. O sea que no se preocupen por ello. Y bueno, empezamos. Pero antes viene previews. Ah. Tu, tu, tu. Pa, pa, pa. El tema de Manon. Da, da, da. Du, 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 du. Du, du, du. Du, du, du. Bueno, Birds. Aún no empieza el resumen. Bueno. Bueno, bueno. It's Ripple. Bueno, where's Chun? By two DJ players in a JP. Fuera JP. En la Premier fuera JP. Four DJs and two JPs. Yep. Ok, el resumen del World Warrior, del CPT. Sí, Year of West. Halliburton contra Exe, pero este fue que Exe dominó, eliminó a Halliburton, le ganó 2 veces a Halliburton. Y el que lo ganó fue Garnet. Not very much.
Really struggling against Juri at the moment. The crouch jab? What is this? He's just trying to put a wall up? Maybe. not sure if he's having an issue.
Driver stand meeting is hella annoying, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. And that stand jab from Ken, it goes
One
so
set
far.
from
You know what else
Fudo.
does? That stand fierce is pretty good range too. Oh, let me get that.
Double Tatsu straight to the corner, like 2 combos straight to the corner. How wild is that?
The stage could have been 50% longer and she still would have ended up in the corner. Like,
I know, right? Crazy. Delay
oh,
jab.
the hezzy. Calling out the defensive rhythm, the fuzzy timings of .exe. Well done from Halibel there.
Yeah, I think EXE thought another throw was coming, to be honest, because throw would have killed there, but...
Oh, the response right there, the light kick, 5 frames.
Almost got it there. He's really abusing these shimmy attempts, isn't he, Ringe?
Yeah, absolutely. I wonder if he's going to try to start conditioning throws just to make another big shimmy payoff happen later on in the set. Right now, the Y switch up when it's working so well.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think someone needs to convert to level 3 immediately when they get the chance.
See, oh, and we're going to get a chance here if .exe wants to do it, but he's saving it. He knows the double drive rush combo will kill. Do it one more again. That is death. .exe going to be up 2-0 here in losers finals.
Okay, we're seeing a lot of these delayed throw techs being severely punished.
I like it.
And if 45% just teetering on 50% is enough to tell you not to throw, the character select screen.
Indeed.
Or loading screen, I should say.
Back into it, so in the middle of losers finals here, we got everything ironed out. .exe up 2-0 on Halibel right now.
Good here, drive rushes into danger. Does he do? And goes back to the corner, so hopefully in that pause, Halibel's had time to ruminate, really think about how he's going to turn this around. Because like I said, he didn't really do much wrong before. Sometimes you just have a coin flip and you lose the coin flip. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, and sometimes you lose the coin flip over and over again, and you're like, how is this happening to me? It's just one of those issues, right, that you have to overcome. You got to have that short-term memory. I think we were doing that yesterday, but EXE was on point with dealing with that, but not this time round. Yeah, that was the first time I represented that. I don't think .exe was delaying the DP at all to look for it.
5 DJs.
Gets caught.
Alright, do that. Peppering that light pressure there. He's put himself in burnout as Halibel.
Indeed, but .exe definitely has a big opportunity here with Halibel being in burnout. Oh, cut off with the pass, though. I like it. As soon as he saw the green, he just pressed stand medium kick, and it does move you forward. So I think when you set that up perfectly, it's actually not a bad drive. Check mark, to be honest. I think it's quite good. Pretty decent, too. Yeah. I think it's like 8 frames, so the crouch medium punch is like 6. So if you want to use that, it's 2 frames faster, but stand medium kick is a great check as well. Trying to put him in burnout here on block, and he gets it with the punish counter throw. Oh, and catching a reach, and you're going to be taught a lesson. And I love that he micro-walked under that, and he's going to take full advantage of this and reduce the recovery time once again on his burnout gauge and take about 50% here.
Marisa.
Yes, indeed. It's going to be a prime spot for Hallie, but he's still burnt out. Willing to apply the pressure. I'm surprised the fireball came out right there. That's going to allow .exe to clearly take his turn back. Yeah, true. No, good point. Oh, that was the safest of jumps. Can he get the round, though? That's the question. Oh, the crouch medium punch stuffing the neutral jump. That's been anti since the beta. Yeah, for real. Oh, man, he only needs a pixel.
Ok, se empezó a caer el otro.
So much meter. Oh, he just goes into the level 3 immediately. All right. Well, still alive. Yeah, preserve some of this drive here for this next gambit on offense. What's it going to be, though? I mean, Halibel could try and risk a DP, but I wouldn't do that here. No. Oh, he did the drive rush, though, and tries to walk up and throw. Good disciplined defense. You see those stand medium punchers just walking away. The whiff throw is punished. All right, there you go. Eventually, listen, walk back on defense is a powerful tool in this game still. Yep. But you can get clips. A nice perfect parry there. Crouch to confirm, and he drops the delay. Yeah. Yeah, especially against Juri. She's got a great crouch medium kick, so we'll see if .exe looks for that after the stand medium punches going forward now. He seems to be looking forward just more in general right now in this round at least. Oh, dive kicks his way out of trouble here, but he gets the 3-piece into the light Tencent ring there. DI. I was at a decent range as well to not really think about it. Yeah, it's super difficult to recognize in the moment. Beautiful, perfect parry though again in Halibel. Just taking the yoke, he tried to bait something out. Another perfect parry there, Ringe. Yeah, he's loving pressing these perfect parries in these small gaps, right, where they're likely to work out. And they keep working out time and time again. Oh, no punish, though. I don't know. I think he's resorting to visiting that well a bit too often today, actually. I want to see him establish the throws a little bit more just to get .exe teching more and more. But however, he lets that round slip through his fingers and .exe on set point. I think sometimes I just want him to finish a combo. Yeah. I think it'd be much easier if you did that.
go. Run sure you can. No level 3 there.
You just interrupted. It looked like the run overhead. Oh, crouch me. You pick the god. Those 7 frames on deck.
Sure you can. Oh, dude, he could have got the 3 pieces to the sure you can again there. I think he was waiting that to be blocked. But he's going to get a lovely conversion here from the snap kick. And this is huge.
Oh.
Not going to spend level 3 there to kind of put him near burnout. He's going to do it now, though.
There's the parry attempt. He tried to parry again. .exe was respecting a wake-up option.
He's not going to spend level 3 unless it's going to get the knockout or it's near knockout. That's what EXE's been doing with level 3.
And burnt out now. Yeah, you can't just go and autopilot into the drive impact. He's got 3 bars. Nice anti-air.
Halibel's on his last legs. What's he going to do here? Throw. Gets the game. And he gets the jab into level 3. That looked it because he's looking for the chip scenario anyway. Yeah. That's why he did it. And the only thing Halibel could have done was wake up level 3. But because of that whole scenario, because the story looks legit, it allows Juri to do whatever the hell she wants. And EXE puts his place in the grand final, taking it 3-1 there over Halibel. His streak in the top 8 on the loser side comes to an unfortunate end. I don't think he's had much time to think about it because he's had to go through losers semis and then losers finals. Sorry, no, he only had to fight losers final. My apologies. So it's going to be a bit difficult here. So Garnet, he's probably going to stick with the same strategy.
But I love that .exe, he's already jumping, right? And we talked about in the first set, the ground game just wasn't there for him. So I like him representing the air approach.
Yeah, you just need to identify the player habits that Garnet has there. Right now, it's looking really good here. You see if he can close out this first round. It looks like he can.
Oh yeah, bro. He's not going to spin the level 1. He's got such a life lead that he's confident with the next sequence, and the confidence pays off.
You have it there. Didn't kill off that combo, but the subsequent sequence did just exactly that. Try to get a whip punish there on the crouching medium punch. I think that's a pretty good limb.
Yeah, definitely pretty good limb. Garnet tried to press something afterwards, maybe thinking the Juri button would whip, got counter hit for it.
Trying to run away from the meaty slide there. Can't do that, I'm afraid. Just floating there at the moment with the Yoga comment, popping out the Yoga fires as well.
And I like that from .exe. He's taking that moment to stock up. He's got 3 stocks because of that.
There we go, stand medium punch. Any limb punish counter, drive rushes in too far, so he reached out to capitalize, but he will take this round here regardless. Gonna get the conversion. Yes.
Oh, sweet bender right there. They even needed the level 1.
Now, I don't know if that's the optimal conversion he's doing, but it's one conversion I only see Garnet do. Okay. He goes for those meaty Yoga arches from the down back crouch medium.
Cuts off the overhead attempt. Great wake-up button from Garnet. Would have time to bet on that.
Stills up here, just .exe. He's got to be careful at fireball, man, because that roundhouse has been hitting him with some dusty foot, I'm telling you.
Yeah. No lotion on that feet.
Chases him down. Right rush cancel is going to go into level 3. Of course, I like this.
Yeah, this is a great option for Garnet right now. He's going to build back some of that burnout meter. Put a significant life lead on the board as well.
Just waits there as well. He doesn't want to throw out a limb just in case a wake up level 3 is going to catch one of them, unfortunately. And teleports behind, that's the juggle. I think level 3 would have been suitable there for EXE, but
indeed, unfortunately for .exe though, I think he tried to parry the fireball, but it was too early, so he burned himself out. Now susceptible to the chip, which is exactly what Garnet looks for.
Look the timer.
I'll need to check, because I think normally when you do jab into EXE over flame, there's a slight gap. So if you wanted to mash there, you could, but he's in burnout, so I'm going to double check if that's a true string later. That'll be very interesting to know where these guys actually could have mashed something. But, listen, any knowledge is, or new knowledge is great knowledge, I should say.
.exe, look at the way he starts off this round again, a successful jump in. That's how we saw him take the round 1 in the first game.
Bro, trying to get that staggered pressure, drill kicks over the fireball in the corner and teleports away. That's not all that real estate to work with.
They gotta get OD ultimate block.
Yeah, what a block, that was crazy. This is one of the most disrespectful throws in the game.
What's a no yoga?
Out there as well. Maybe a drive rush attempt or a jump from .exe. There's the jump. Yeah, there's the jump.
When is the air
Esto se va a poner buenísimo.
.exe puts it out again. Oh, he tried to sneak under that second fireball, got clipped in the buns.
Aunque sea una transmisión temprana.
I think that was at the lowest point. He done that as well. He connected that latter point, or 2 separate points, I should say. That was brilliant stuff there from Garnet. Parry. Yeah, he's confident.
Give me that.
He's confident. He crunched that drive gauge.
For real, gonna hold all that meter meaty on top of that. Look at how much drive gauge you deleted with that sequence.
And said, listen, your drive gauge is a mistake. Let me backspace real quick. Let me edit that.
Drive rush, stand medium punch this time. Garnet. So wake up buttons does not pay off. Now he's reaching as well.
Not reaching this time. Delayed jab into the drive rush cancel. And the bait. This is going to be huge damage. I think he's going to catch out into the level 3.
BigBird is here.
And they should leave him with a sliver in health. It's not the CA version.
BigBird is here in winners.
Set up the sequence going forward.
Backs away with the yoga fire. I like that choice.
The same AngryBird.
Be careful. He's not close enough to trade. Yeah, there you go.
And again, Garnet, man, he's looking so clean in this grand finals, dominating game 2 with 2 rounds to 0. Man, he is 1 game away from Capcom Cup.
Literally, the crux of the problem, what it's been, I can hear the cat select me. Yeah, what it's been is just the approach. When you shut down the aerial approach, you nullify the ground approach or limit the options there. What do you do? Like I said, take a gamble. In that first game in grand finals, he took the gamble.
Yes.
But that's only one sequence. You got to keep doing that each and every time. Are you going to keep guessing right? Not all the time. If you do guess right every time, buy a lottery ticket.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I say.
That's where it go. Go to Vegas, do something with that luck because it's got to pay off more than just here. But right now, Garnet is up.
It's for help BigBird.
He's been so consistent. He's eaten a couple of jump-ins, but he hasn't let that get to him right. He's made the adjustments. He's like, okay, I'll start worrying about the air game a little bit while still shutting down most of the ground. He's just been looking like such a champion here.
Well, let's see if he can get the title of champion from EU West by winning 1 more game. Is it doable? We don't have a Dawson in the Capcom Cup.
Do this in every premiere. His comrade.
Wants this run back. He wants to make sure Juri is represented as well.
Jabs the float attempt there. Gonna get the teleport. Really trying to catch him out here.
DXC, I was like, he's gonna feel like he has to do something still though because he's so low on drive gauge. Does find the offense for a little bit, but a quick tech throw. Garnet's defense has been so solid.
Oh, trying to miss him. Missed time his meaty light kick there, and he gets a jump back light kick. And what that does is it floats him into match point, tournament point here, Ringe. Can he do it?
A new face.
See 1 round away from qualifying in the Capcom Cup 10. Over 2 million in the prize pool.
O sea, so de bueno.
See if he gets his chance. DXC, great response on the float that time, and an overhead just to harass him.
Here we go. Pops out the yoga fires. Gets the throw tick there again.
Bueno.
One way that EXE's been getting
Gonna
damage
be
in this
wild.
final here, the winners final as well, but it's just not enough.
Beautiful, that perfect parry allowed him to walk forward past that, get the DI in.
And he's going to wake up with level 2, and he got caught, big damage. He's feeling confident here. He teleports behind it. Yeah, he's in trouble. Drive rush cancel. If he gets this wrong, it's going to be a fat combo.
It is indeed. He let the respect show, though.
That's it.
So without the bird, it's dead. 3-0.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome
Brian
back to another episode of
Rob
No
TV.
Neutral. And all I got to say is, Rob, what's going on? Where are you? You look like
Roberto
a changed
Televisión.
man. What, I don't know. The lineups look a little crispier.
like
The
the
jerseys
leagues?
looking a little fly. The background's looking a little bit better. Everything about you just seems a little different right now.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Hey, Galo K, get your money up, not your funny up. You know what I'm saying?
Galo K, what's up, Rob?
The setup looking crazy. You see the camera. In all seriousness, of course, right now I am in the Dominican Republic. Shout out to Domiso. Shout out to Blink Esports and everything. We down here for Blink Respawn, and luckily, so we had to make sure. Of course, I had somewhere to shoot this while in the Dominican Republic, and I was driven all the way to one of the Blink owners' house in order to record. So that type of hospitality is crazy. But I like the narrative better that I done got rich. And I upgraded my setup. I like that. That sounds cooler to me, Brian.
Right, and found a new passion for baseball overnight. Yeah, I can definitely see that.
You assuming I don't like baseball, Brian?
Yeah. Well, I don't know why I would do that. You know.
See, that's crazy. Cancel.
That is crazy.
Don't get
That is
canceled.
crazy.
Be careful.
But listen, what I know you got a
think
passion
baseball
for
is
is.
more.
Listen, that's my sport actually. That's hidden lore. You know. You know what I'm saying?
You played it?
That's what I grew up playing. Yeah.
What position?
All of them. That's how you know I was bad. You know what I'm saying?
No, really. That's fire. That's cool.
But listen, forget about all that. We're talking about pressing buttons here. I saw you
Yes,
on the
sir.
stage there at Blink Respawn, and what I also saw was the crowd, the hype, and the offline energy, in which we all so love in the FGC. Blink Respawn was an amazing event to watch from here. I can only imagine how you felt hosting the damn thing and interacting with the crowd and the passion of the DR community.
Listen, anybody who has an opportunity, Brian, like anybody who has an opportunity to go to the Dominican Republic for an event, you need to pull up there. And I hope that Capcom puts like a premiere here or something like that, or Capcom Cup or whatever, because that needs to be done. Also, something that was very unique is like the people that you have there. I feel like normally when we go to a fighting game event, the FGC is there. The FGC was here too, but here it's, you know how they say fighting games are more mainstream in Japan than it is in America, which of course that's true. Fighting games are more mainstream in Dominican Republic than in America.
Absolutely.
It's mainstream here.
Absolutely. I went
Regular
in 2019 for Game Over, which I believe was a premiere event at the time as well. So they did have that in 2019. I went there to compete. I took more photos at that time, at that tournament, than any other event I'd ever been to. And like you mentioned, it was, the demographics were different. It was you know, gamers. Then there was, you know, women, children, adults, grandparents. It was families. It was just people. Just that was the spectacle to go see. The DR scene has been doing it big for a long time, and Blink Respawn is no different. And the gameplay this time also delivered, because I feel like we got a little bit of a peek of how maybe Capcom Cup will go. Maybe.
Yeah, perhaps, bro. I mean, honestly, you know, I feel bad fast forward to the top 8, but I don't know, we only have so much time. We won't go through every single thing, but the first storyline, I just want to make sure we do shout out my man Jimmy DR, bro, and Balrog RD. So, of course, both of them, they have it in their name. They're both from the Dominican Republic. Jimmy, what was interesting about him with Blink is he's been trying to get this top 8 for 4 years, he said. It's been a dream of his. So him qualifying for this top 8 was huge to him. Now, Balrog RD's story is so interesting because this DJ is phenomenal. The thing is, he does not even have a setup, bro.
Right.
He goes to his homie's house as much as he can for like a couple of hours or whatever, and that's how he trains and enters online tournaments and everything. So shout out to them. Kaba versus Gachikun. That blew the roof off the place. Of course, you already know that DR crowd. Did you see that? You see the clips from it?
I watched that one live, and I mean, you're already wearing their jersey, right? You see how the DR supports their players, and to have the hometown hero take it to him in that kind of a fashion, that close of a set to close it out, and the way Kaba closed out that winner's side set, that backdash shimmy into the juiciest combo conversion, it was nasty. It wasn't like he was like scraping by and barely getting the win with like a random jab. No, he read him, and just the damage jump that happened at the end to close it out, to blow the roof off the place, that was beautiful to see.
Something very big when it comes to CPT, when it comes to Capcom Cup picture, Problem X is back.
That's a huge storyline, because we've been seeing his performance over the course of this game, and you know, with all the World Warrior events going on in the UK region, he hasn't quite had that same level of success that he had previously, right? In Street Fighter V, I mean, obviously he's the EVO 2018 champion. He's been countless Premier Top 8s champion of those tournaments. Finally, he's committed, it seems, to the character where I feel like from afar we all would have picked him to play right away, the Marisa. Right?
I loved it.
Finally all coming together.
Yeah, man. I really love seeing Problem X on Marisa. It reminds me of his Abigail days.
Of course.
It's the same thing. He has the mentality to be able to make that work. Then I think the same thing applies with the Marisa. And honestly, I think it was big for Problem X himself to be able to see like, okay, yeah, I'm back now. I understand. Like I understand this game. We've seen the same thing with Daigo, but I think with Daigo, for sure, in Street Fighter V, it took even longer for Daigo to acclimate to Street Fighter V than it's taking Problem X. But now, with the level that we see him play, look, he's the one who put men in RD and losers.
Before top 8, right. He wasn't even seeded to have the right to meet him within top 8. It's like, hey, if you want to join, you know, winner's side top 8, you got to go through the big dog. And you know, he ended up doing it. Big upset. No one would have called that prior to this event. No. I think Problem X, people were like waiting to see him prove if he can really reach that caliber that he's known for in past titles. And yeah, he's definitely shown it. He had a really amazing run this event. And now I'm concerned for everybody back in the UK. Right? Oh yes. Problem X got that confidence boost. You know, they thought maybe they could count him out for the competition, but no, he's definitely back with a vengeance.
But the player that we just brought up right there, of course, that's the superstar, the main superstar of the region, and that is two-time Capcom Cup champion RD. Guys, I don't know if I've really seen a tournament where a player has that type of pressure on him. Now, of course, the way that he deals with it, the way that he feels about it, I can't speak to that. He said that he doesn't really feel pressure, it's just, you know, whatever. But when he's up there playing, the country is on his back. I'm not saying this how wherever you travel, your country's on your back. No. with that tournament being in the Dominican Republic, damn, I'm watching. Of course, I'm walking through there like all of us that were invited and stuff. We're taking hella pictures with people, meeting a lot of fans. It's beautiful. It's different with him. There is completely different, man. Like he is. We go to a random place. They know Mena RD. Go to the bar. They know who that is, bro. He's a legitimate celebrity. Mena like playing in that environment is just. It's fascinating to see how strong he played. Now this was fascinating. Mena RD, he beats Ender Walker. Now, of course, the crowd is rooting so hard for him and they're rooting for Kaba. But Mena ends up losing close to Gachi-kun in the loser's quarterfinal. He loses 3-2 against the Rashid. This is Luke versus Rashid. The crowd is deflated. I'm there. The energy is, of course, sucked out of the room. However, you still have Kaba. And that's when you had with the match you bring up, the Kaba versus Kakadu. It felt like an anime, bro. Because it's like, oh, man, I don't know. But then you still got Kaba, and Kaba just picks up right where Mena left off right there and keeps hope for that scene and fights all the way to Grand Finals winner side. But in the end of the day, our champion for Blink Respawn was Kakaru. And he just shows, bro, he's a legitimate, he's a super threat, man. Like, it was a blow. 6-0.
6-0. So the winners finals was as close as you could make it, and the energy was high. But yeah, Kakadu, in stereotypical JP fashion, just crushing hopes and dreams for the hometown hero at that moment. But yeah, it just shows that Kakadu is just, he's so dominant, but at the same time, let's look at this bracket. We have Gachikun in there, qualified for Capcom Cup. Kaba qualified for Capcom Cup, but players like Kakadu, Problem X, Mena RD, these are all players who are, especially Mena RD and Kakadu, they've been in these positions time and time again at some of the biggest tournaments. They're still not in the cup and are still not guaranteed to make it. Even Mena RD, who's gotten so close twice now, 3 times really, with a 4th place finish in Singapore, I believe, 2nd place in France, 2nd place at Evo. They're not in the cup, but they're so strong and so dominant. So they still have their CPT events and World Warrior for their regions. So Kakadu, he has a shot in the World Warrior for Japan, and Mena RD as well as in World Warrior for US East, and they also have their CPT events coming up. But they're not guaranteed to make it in. So it would be wild to see that these players who at every major offline showing have delivered. I don't think there's been a flop. Like, these guys have almost like a perfect record of reaching that top 8, making big, deep runs at these huge events, invitational or otherwise, but still don't have that spot. So we'll have to see how this really influences their play to come together in the moment where it really, 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 really matters, right? Like, these events have been amazing for both the hype of the scene, establishing their brand, establishing their presence. Like, Kakadu, I think, is so present in the scene, but doesn't have that qualification spot. So is Mena. We'll see if they can actually put it together when it really counts to get that $2 million prize pool possibility. Because, man, to have a season like that and not qualify would be ridiculous.
Devastating. That'd be absolutely devastating. And what will be even more devastating is if I did not use this platform to shout out Blink Respawn one more time, and in general the Dominican Republic FGC. I guarantee you, I promise you, you love fighting games. You're here. That means that you will love going to an event in the Dominican Republic. The energy here is crazy. The only complaint that I have whatsoever is that I feel like their genetics and style is even better than Big Hollywood sometimes when I'm walking around. I'm dressing nice and all that. I'm walking around like, dang, everybody look like they're going to an award show or something like that, man. The hype is crazy. As far as hosting, this is one of the easiest jobs that I'm ever going to do because the crowd is right there with you. They want to be hyped. They want to laugh. They want to get into it, man. So this is one of the most beautiful, one of the most amazing, one of the most electric fighting game communities in the world. And speaking of the best fighting game communities in the world, we have exactly that. One of the best fighting game communities over there in the Middle East. We've seen what they've done in other titles, and then of course in the world of Street Fighter, we've seen BigBird and AngryBird put them on the map, and now we are going to see.
Pausa de 5 minutos antes de que empiece el top 16 de CPT Middle East. Okay.
Objection! Time to work, time to work. When inhaled, coriammertin blocks the gamma-aminobutyric acid receptors in the central nervous system, causing spasmodic muscle contractions. Master, it's a work of art! It's perfect! What to do with you now?
Okay.
So, shall we put him out of his misery? Time for some experimentation. I bet poison would work wonders on you. I wouldn't move if I were you. Poison's on the menu. I have you. Let's do now. Here, there, then here, and my magnum opus! Is my poison kicking in?
Street Fighter 6.
Ok, falta 1 minuto 15.
You're really making all of this by hand.
Oh yeah, the avocados are hand mashed, the chips are hand tossed, and everything is made fresh.
You make it fresh every day.
Yes,
Yeah.
every day. The Chipotle way is we make it fresh every day.
Sounds delicious.
Ah. Ok, empieza.
He was obsessed, you see, with finding an appropriate vessel for this power.
Fight with all your heart!
We are supporting Capcom Cup 10 with a total prize pool of over $2 million.
It's showtime, baby! Takes it over Idol! Alright, you ready? You don't want to miss it! Let him cook! Look at the damage! Look at that damage!
Now's not the time for jokes.
Your two-time Capcom Cup champion! It's Mena RD!
¡Empezamos! Top 16 CPT 2023
Good
Middle
morning, everybody,
East.
and welcome to the Capcom Pro Tour 2023. We are going into the Middle East Top 16 today, and we're
Ultra
gonna start it off
David.
strong. I'm Jake Ryan, joined by Ultra David here. As you can see, we are going to continue moving forward in the bracket. Chun-Li may be sad, but I know we're stoked for the action here.
Very excited as always. There are some of the best players in the world here in the Middle East, as we'll get to when we take a look at the bracket. But you know that this region has big killers, has for quite a long time. has folks
Ahí
who
está.
have
Lado
maybe
winners,
had big
AngryBird
success
versus
already
Azis.
this year.
YSF-B
it turns out.
versus
Look up
RealMF.
right at the top.
BigBird
with
versus
AngryBird.
Hamood
I
y
heard he won a
Fandroid
little
versus
tournament earlier this year.
Metplex.
Yeah, there was
and
like,
winners.
I don't know, maybe over 8,000 people there. Just a small little tournament. One of the largest, most competitive brackets that fighting games have ever had. And AngryBird was able to come out on top over the rest of the competition after one of the best instances of showmanship that fighting games have ever seen. Going to be fighting against Azis, stepping up to the plate there. So definitely a lot on their plate to start off in the top 16 winners. Then on the other side, you have YSF-B going against RealMF right there, and that's Yusuf versus Yosef.
Ese es el lado de winners. O sea, tenemos Emiratos Árabes Unidos, Kuwait,
Bahrein. And that's going to be a matchup you're looking forward to.
O sea, tenemos más de Emiratos Árabes. 3 de Emiratos Árabes, 3 de Kuwait. No, 5 de Emiratos Árabes. No, 4. 4 de Emiratos Árabes en winners, 2 de Kuwait y 1 de Bahrein.
Also, Nasser, BigBird, one of the best players in the world as well. Marisa is who you're looking out for the most part. Rashid is there as well. Hamood. We're looking at Chun-Li, Luke, Ken are the characters he told us to look out for. Fandroid has been having a lot of success in the World Warrior. DJ is the character there. And then Metplex, Juri.
Yeah.
That's your winner's side of the bracket.
Yeah, and Metplex right there, playing the Juri, you know, very fast, rush down, wonderful dashes. You have the Feng Shui engine, so longer combo extensions, and that's going to be Metplex's favorite type of approach, especially coming from other games that has that same kind of structure, really notable for the tech they've been able to produce there. So, loving what we see from Metplex. And then the loser side, you get one
Y en el loser tenemos a Sai versus Volcano Rosso, Wiz versus Abotboy, Uchiha versus Fruit y Amu versus The Legend G. A ver.
On the other side of losers getting into it. And man, again, 2 other players that are prominent from other games. Uchiha versus Fruit, sadly going to be a kill right there. No, there's no wishes to save you in that one. And then to round out losers, GB Amu versus Joe FGC, the Legend G. That actually kind of rolls off the tongue. That is that is a good structured name right there.
I like the name. Yeah, and you'll notice if you paid attention on the left side of all of those names right there, those are the countries that they are living in at the moment. And we have a ton of regional variety, which I'm always very impressed to see here and everywhere else that we take a look at. It's always fun to see like, where the players
Saudi Arabia, Pakistan y Jordania.
So just to tally them up, we have 5 players who are in the UAE. A couple of them are from elsewhere originally, but now are living in the UAE.
Y hay 2 en losers,
Kuwait
Abotboy y Fruit de Emiratos Árabes Unidos.
3, and then 1 each from Bahrain, Turkey, Saudi, and Jordan to round it out. So I think that's great. It's a huge area. It's a huge list of countries. And then in addition to that, lots of different characters on deck.
Oh, yeah.
We have a really good set of character variety here, all the way from, you know, Ken, Cammy, Luke, characters like that, up at the higher end of things.
Oh, really?
And then way down at the bottom.
Oh,
it's so tough. Oh, Honda's there too. I don't know.
Nope.
That's what a. You guys,
I'm
obviously an up player, as you know. Marisa, Rashid, Chun, DJ, Juri, Dalsum, Guile, Blanca.
Just about, I mean,
etc.
So much.
As always, when we watch this game, there is great variety.
Yeah, and I love that too. And there's going to be a great show too, because you look at the favorites for the region, obviously AngryBird and BigBird, but it's been the story of leveling up the rest of the players in the region as well. You see what Mena RD has able to do for the Dominican Republic and really making that scene shine, and you're seeing that same kind of motivation because of the performances that AngryBird and BigBird have been
viene el primer match, que va a ser el de AngryBird.
Those performances are going to come in clutch here, because not only are they fighting for a spot at Capcom Cup 10, they're going to be fighting for some prizing as well here, because in this tournament, top 4 is going to get paid out. 4th place has $500 in their pocket. 3rd place is going to get $800. 2nd for $1,200 in 1st place. A smacking $2,000 right there, $2,500, and that is a pretty penny. And if you're able to get that 1st place, then you are in the coveted 1st edition of Street Fighter 6's Capcom Cup 10 right there, over $2 million in prizing in 1st place. We'll get a life-changing amount of money, $1 million. And I've got 1 million reasons why you should be pressing your character's strongest buttons, and it's right there on the screen. Everything's a headbutt if you think hard enough, right?
That's what I've always been saying.
Okay,
you know,
mira el primer match.
That dash rush in the button is a headbutt if you think about it. If you think about it. And I hope that you are. As far as the players, I think you're right that BigBird and AngryBird are the favorites here.
Yeah.
That said, if you haven't been paying attention to the World Warrior, it is very interesting to see that Fandroid actually ends up with 150 points tied with BigBird.
Wow.
So BigBird won all of the events that he played at, but didn't play in all of the events.
True.
That said, Fandroid has been very successful there. Viwasim is right past that. Abood is there. So, you know, we have a bunch of the players who have been having success in the World Warrior events who are in this tournament again. And that's going to be cool to see how, you know, in that sort of ongoing series, if they can show up on this day and make it happen, because that's the name of the game here. You have to be good one weekend in order to qualify for Capcom Cup.
Yeah, and that's the hardest part too. It has to be your day. Everything has to line up, and you know, if one thing goes sideways, it can become difficult. And like you said, with that situation for Fandroid, the times that BigBird didn't enter, you know, got those 50 points, got the first place. So if that Fandroid is able to show up again with the improvements we've made over the World Warrior process, you know, 5 different tournaments to really develop your playstyle and see what you need to check and adjust, might be anybody's day, especially with those results. So second in points, tying, even though he didn't enter the last 2, I think that's still a pretty great feat.
So again, AngryBird, your Evo champ. That's where we're starting out today.
That's pretty good.
Nasser AngryBird versus Aziz is the first match.
Aquí viene.
On
AngryBird versus Azis. Luke versus Ken.
You guys know him. Pretty good.
Kuwait versus Emiratos Árabes Unidos.
Then on the other side, Aziz, Kuwait. The Kuwaiti scene has been strong for many, many years, famously all the way back in the early 90s. They sent out some of the first reps who went on an international tournament run from Kuwait over to the U.S., over to the West Coast, to be precise, for some of the pre-Evo
25 años, 27 años.
They were already out there doing international work at that time. And then in more recent decades, they have still had lots of great players. I've been out there myself for Kuwait Battle Royale a few times. Always impressed at the very high level of play, and not surprised to see that there are 4 players from Kuwait repping in this top 16.
Yeah, and that's what I love about the Capcom Pro Tour and the World Warrior Series. We get to see these players come back out again, and across the world, there is so much talent, and we're going to get to hear what one of the most talented players in the world has to say here. AngryBird had some words before getting into this top 16, and they said, I'm playing a Luke player from Kuwait. He's also a friend of mine, so this should be fun, and I think that's what's so amazing here, too, because like I said, AngryBird are doing a lot to build up the scene with their own performances, and again, friends from Kuwait showing up to this top 16, playing a pretty good player. AngryBird did say that Luke is better than Ken, so this might be the definitive proof we need. Definitive. This match settles everything. A first to 2 to determine if Ken or Luke is better. And I mean, we couldn't start off any other way. AngryBird going to be
Japón, ya está abierto el registro para Japón.
A lot of expectations on the line.
Que va a ser después del CPT Asia South.
I don't think anybody could argue against that.
But yeah, Aziz, I mean, again, having been out to Kuwait a few times, I remember probably most of a decade ago when he was still a teenager, people talking him up as being, you know, one of the best players in the region, and he was kind of like a wonderkin, you know, so strong at an early age, and awesome to see that he's still doing work like that, having qualified to the top 16 in winner's side. It's just the first of 2. Surely you could do it.
Anything can happen.
I mean,
one drive rush that goes into Fierce could go wrong. One wake-up DP could be the difference between a top 8 winner side and another match in losers. And anything can happen. This game is incredibly volatile, and it's how you control the chaos, I feel, that is most important. It's going to come down to a lot of different key factors: drive gauge, management, character, matchup, experience. I think playing the Luke versus Ken matchup, if you've ever booted up to rank, that's one of the first characters you run into. So not a foreign matchup at all. And I mean, Luke is definitely the tool you'd want to utilize to fight Ken. He has some of the best buttons in the game: crouch, medium punch, the jump, fears. Don't even get me started about the damage. And his ability to defend in burnout, just across the board, feels great. So it's going to be up to AngryBird to deliver to his expectations and Aziz to rise to the occasion, I would say.
Can you tell us a fun fact about yourself? Both of them say, Street Fighter 4 was my first game. What'd you do to prepare for CPT 2023, knowing there's only one qualifier for your region? AngryBird says, I'm already qualified. Aziz says, I slept well.
That is nuts, and we're not going to sleep on this region no more. We are in winners quarterfinals, the first match of the day for the Capcom Pro Tour Middle East, and we're not even going to see the Ken. The Cammy has come out.
I love seeing wake up crouching medium kick right there. That implies to me that they have played a tremendous number of times against each other. Oh, that was good.
Yeah, and immediately busting out, like I said, one block DP could mean the difference, but the timing from Azis on that crouch medium kick did not catch the drive rush, and this is where the pressure becomes so scary. You've got throw loops, you've got dive kicks. It is hard to press, and now Azis one drive impact away.
Is he close enough?
No!
By pixels!
Yeah, and the extra
again?
Yep, there it is.
Muerto.
And I mean, if you're not pressing a cancelable normal,
Primer round para
AngryBird
AngryBird.
situation. Again, Azis had to try to press out, was not able to find the opportunity, and I mean, first drive impact didn't touch, second time, better than the first. Ooh, again, no walking forward allowed. Azis forced immediately to the corner.
Very compact play by AngryBird there on the neutral, but here's Azis getting up, burning out as well.
Yeah, I like
keeping
that.
his eye on the opponent's drive cage. Blowing it up. This man walked how far?
Oh, double drive impact for your troubles.
They've played so many
Take
times.
the
Come
draw.
on, look at this.
Oh, again, the third time, but again, was able to block in time because of the jab. The cancelable normal is one of the most important. You never want to go into something at 2 recovery. Here's the thing, able to grab. That was so smart.
No le
AngryBird had the
funcionó
level
y
3
se mató
input with
solo.
those micro walk
Se
forward.
mató
You can get
solo.
that grab.
Ah, no, dropió el
Bring up that
combo.
with the crouch medium kick, and that should be a kill here. 1 round apiece on the board. The only difference is going to be 3 meters for AngryBird. Azis looking good.
Baseball,
Yeah, I really
baby.
like this match. Yeah. It's always fun to come into a region and see a match between 2 top-level players who have
Final
such
round del
experience
primer
against each
set.
other.
Uf,
They have
esto se va a poner
conditioned each
bueno.
other to
¿Quién
make
será que
wild
abrirá el
mix-ups
marcador?
happen.
¿Será el
Wake up
señor
crouch medium kick,
AngryBird
walk
o
forward,
será
half the
Azis?
screen into 3 separate drive impact. It's just not a common tool, but it's effective if you know the opponent well.
Yeah, on
Claro,
paper,
claro.
your flow chart does not go that way, but again,
Bloqueado,
one block
te
DP
comes
can mean
un
the difference,
combazo.
and 1 block super and also lead you to that same place. The level 3 does come out, going to be a ton of damage, but most importantly, going to have less than 2 blocks in the drive gauge here. And Cammy's pressure is going to leave you wide in the face. That's where the name comes
A la
from.
pared.
Oh,
He's dead.
and there it is. The counter hit can't afford to hold that pressure.
1-0 para
AngryBird.
AngryBird.
It's been a little less press heavy in some of the previous instances after knockdown, so I like that he changed it up there.
Didn't pay out this time, but again, if you don't know, you never try.
A little slower pace.
Yeah,
from both of them.
And it's so scary.
Wow, esto creo que va a ser una pelea gratis para AngryBird. Se lo va a llevar de gratis.
With the crouch medium kick as well, and AngryBird is starting to apply the pressure. The delay right there.
Ay, no puede ser.
Lovely
that. Oh, again.
Bien parado ahí el dry rush. Con la crouching medium kick del Luke.
Yeah, ooh, and that's the danger of pressing it against Cammy, right?
Oh, lo mata.
No,
No, dropió el combo.
There's more.
Anything can happen. Ooh.
No, gracias. Match point para el señor AngryBird.
But actually putting the down forward down.
How do you approach a woman who has an invincible reversal and is holding down back? I don't have the answer. And right now, it's easy for different answers. About to burn out. That was a huge opportunity, though, that whip.
Hizo mal la carga del
Yeah, it could have been a little better for both sides.
del knuckle, el señor Azis.
Jump. Each of his jumps have been
A la pared.
only a couple have come.
Yeah, ooh, tried to go for this.
Take the
Still gets the
throw.
plus frames, and now AngryBird busts out
Otra
again.
vez,
Every
pero
single
ahora se quedó
DP
en
has
burnout.
connected. Nice.
Oh man, he's looking to end this round.
Ya
And
está el
he will
level
do
3.
exactly that.
Era mejor usar el level 2
I
ahí.
mean, you could potentially go for a drive impact reset there, but with the critical art, it's not worth the risk. You will die.
Ahí era mejor usar el level 2 que el level
In the
3.
same position as the first game. No meter versus a fully stocked AngryBird. And that was such a good air knuckle, knowing that AngryBird is so consistent with the anti-airs, changing the landing
A la
timing.
pared.
And now, Azis has the potential, but
Qué buena.
every
Gasta el level 3.
That's huge.
Para
And the
dejarlo
thing
en
that's most
burnout.
important, drive gauge is gone. You are going to be under duress. Cammy does not stop.
And she gets right back in there.
Oh no. Ooh,
Bien, le paró el EX Hooligan.
Oh,
Overhead.
no.
Back throw.
Yes. Again,
Take the
same
throw.
decision.
R plus frames.
Getting towards the corner. Oh, still got the 4 framer. That's cool.
Yeah, that's nuts. I didn't know it was that negative. Crouch medium.
No se comió el
Not the
overhead.
answer,
He's
level
done.
one.
He's
I
dead.
don't know if it is enough. Still has a little bit left in the tank, but the
Y ahora
DP
sí se mató solo.
decides it, like I said. One wake up
1-2-0, AngryBird pasa todo, Chun winner's side.
And right there, AngryBird was able to close it out. Very consistent. The jump forward swims right past the wake up DP, and a quick 2-0 from AngryBird. Azis had some really shining moments, but it came
estuvo cerca sí de poder empatar el marcador, pero AngryBird es Chun. Ahora AngryBird tiene que esperar quién va a ser su rival en top 8 winner's side.
And I love the adaptations from Azis. It just came a little bit too late in the set, I would say.
Always interesting to see, again, match between two very high-level players when there's nevertheless a separation between them. I think that's the thing for AngryBird in general. That's how you win Evo. Is that you know there's a ton of players who are super good in this game. What's the little bit of differentiation here and there? It's consistency. It's his ability to react. It's his ability to predict well in advance. I'm thinking of things like him waiting for drive rush, then DP. Like this kind of let it rip. Yeah, that kind of thing. Like he had seen in advance, right, and just made it all count.
Yeah, and you need all the pieces of the puzzle to put it together, right? And it feels like AngryBird is prepared for almost every single situation that's presented. And even in the positions where he ends up burning themselves out, it still feels like they're in control. They know.
Vamos con el siguiente match. YSF versus RealMF. Bahrein versus Kuwait. Bahrein versus Kuwait.
AngryBird going to be sitting in winners. We're not going to be seeing them play anymore today, so the Bird has time to rest. And there is no rest in this match because now this is what you've been looking for.
I've been looking forward to it.
This is YSF-B versus RealMF. It's Yusuf versus Yosef. And it is going to be Honda, I believe, versus Luke that we have on the docket here.
Luke versus Honda.
Tell me about this matchup because you are the expert Honda resident here, and I am giving you the platform to talk about how Honda really needs some help here.
Oh boy, it's so super tough. Capcom, please. Capcom, please buff my worst character in the game. Look, again, I think, you know that I think Honda is pretty good. I continue to think that he's strong. And in this match, I do think that he loses, but I don't think that it's a big deal. You still have so much damage output. You still have such great corner carry. You still have great mix-ups. Defensively, there's great tools as well. But that said, I mean, you know, Luke is one of the best characters in the game, and in general, I think in this game, the top tiers don't really lose.
They at worst go even.
Yeah, right. I mean, among themselves, they're winning wins and losses, but I think that in general, you know, Luke mostly beats characters who are below him. I just don't think it's a blow-up. I think it's very doable.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus, with the typical arrangement of, you know, offense we see from Luke, they burn out more often than other characters, I would say. Prime example, Noah the Prodigy. I think, you know, 3 seconds pass, and that's the new Vegas line.
Honda versus Luke.
It's like a guessing game. Can I tally up the seconds? And Honda loves it when you're in burnout, and we love it when the matches start off hot. Honda versus Luke for our second quarterfinals match right here.
CPT Japan.
Luke can definitely control in this range with the Sandblast. That said,
Bahrein versus Kuwait. Otro jugador de Kuwait.
Absolutely. And again, utilizing the different headbutts.
Big read comes out right away.
Ooh, again? Oh, man, this is making all the receptors in my brain fire, because this is definitely the Honda experience.
I don't know what you mean.
Take the throw.
Against Genius?
Take the throw.
Absolutely. 3 grabs.
Take the throw.
That's one of the problems. Yeah, look, you gotta.
No, esta vez.
You accept the tax.
Yeah,
right? You accept the tax of the Dragon Punch.
All is true in worlds like throw loops and deep cross-cut DPs to escape the corner. No confirm though.
Yeah, no Real this time getting it. He's going to be hunting for the round. No!
Uh-oh, the tap parry came out afterwards, and again, good old headbutt. Oh, win for the
really
cancel.
Really trying to mix up the timings on this. It's doable.
No way, nah.
Yusuf.
Primer round para el señor
Any reversal would work, even an ODDP, any special, just was not willing. Able to get that first round on the board. Yusuf-B showing us how. And again, nice. Takes the knockdown, but the whiff on the drive rush jab just timed it wrong. Oh, that might have been a headbutt. And it just did not come out because the anti-air would have been clean there. There it is, the chop.
Good patience. Here's a link. RealMF having to deal with this defensive situation again. He's been pushed to the
Hamood.
corner on both sides of this stage a couple of times already.
Absolutely no check. We saw the counter hit though, so the attempt was definitely there. This is so scary though. Look at the critical art that is on deck, and Honda.
This is in kill range already.
Yeah. You're not allowed to take another touch. RealMF has to find a way out. Oh no.
Take the
Makes
throw.
up
Se viene
essentially
el level
for the
3.
game. Okay, great patience.
And about to burn out on the side of RealMF, which is all he needs. What a perfect parry. That is huge. Gonna have to cash out with at least a level 1 here to kill. Oh no, the drop again, and now you're in burnout. Honda.
Burnout.
He only needs Loop to block 2 more times.
Estamos
To be
está
honest, he
jodido.
doesn't even need to find the hit.
Yeah.
Necesita un toque y está muerto.
But about to be burned out. Oh my god, the air driving back. Trying it. So close. About to burn out themselves in the air to air. Oh.
Bien, le ganó con
They
el
both had
saltito.
the same idea to meet in the sky. It's a scramble in this match.
Yeah. Ooh, again, nice anti-air comes out from RealMF. Taking the plus frames. And I mean, that's one of the weaknesses that Honda has. The reversal is going to be losing to the throws. You have to be a little bit more careful sending it out. We only seen one OD headbutt, and that was after. Headbutt and the headbutt.
He has more of an offensive one, right?
Yeah, rock into rock.
No, Hamood sin
Plus
buenas.
frames.
Is next.
Yeah. Ooh, caught the startup, yeah.
May spend it?
Yep.
No lo mata, pero lo dejar en
A little
burnout.
bit away, but a pixel and a dream.
¿Lo deja en
You gotta
burnout?
be so careful here. Oh yeah.
A
No
un
blocking
pixel.
allowed.
Ahora
How
sí
do
lo
you
va a dejar
escape?
en...
What's it gonna be? Takes the hit.
I was about to say, Honda's not in yellow, so it's not that dangerous yet, but
Yeah.
this is, under ideal conditions, already in kill range.
Take the
It's
throw.
tough for Yusuf. Oh, he was looking for big stuff.
You gotta be
Real,
careful.
just patient.
A TP might come out here too. Oh man, nice. About to burn out themselves now. Jump back, escapes the butt slam.
Key jump back.
Anybody? Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh.
This is so scary. 0 bar as
Yes.
well. So no reversal super. Drive impact is imminent.
It could
And
be.
no, but the drop
No,
caught the jump and the
dropeó el
quick
drive
reset.
impact y se
RealMF
jodió.
getting
1-0
out
para
of dodge
RealMF.
there.
Extremely close. If that had
Wow.
been
1-0
just a
para él.
slightly different timing, just a few frames different, that's a wall splat into the game.
Yeah. So again, wow, what a round start. A way to really, instill your will. Do not try to move forward because the meat will be delivered.
A la pared.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As a meaty.
Él
little
sí
tough
hizo
to
el
react
reset.
to.
Again, almost in burnout. So this is exactly where Honda wants you. All of the prereqs have been determined. Can you get the degree? Oh no, again denied. Why are you jumping? Again, nice full
Yeah, it's a
extension.
full conversion. Let's
Oh
go.
yeah, still not in burnout either. So you get one more.
No
Great
matter.
situation. You're looking for the low. You're looking for the grab.
Dos
And he showed
under.
grab 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
So there's no way.
No way.
No way he goes low. No way he headbutts again. You're always looking for the perfect parry. You're never asking how Honda got there in the
A la
first
pared. Take the throw.
Real. It's corner pressure. It's not extremely close-up corner pressure. He's being a
Uy,
little bit
perfect
cautious.
parry el
Lovely
proyectil.
time on
El...
Yeah, gets the full
El
punish with the
Zamblas.
suppressor start
A la
too.
pared otra
Still
vez.
stuck. What a backdash.
No.
First time we've seen him represented.
Wifió el
Finding a way, no
throw. A la
perfect parry
pared ahora
this
se
time.
fue el... Bueno, salió de la
Yusuf is
pared.
finding a way. What a check.
Oh.
Yeah, you have to be checking those
No.
consistently.
Los
A
cuy.
little different timing on jab headbutt there. Real trying to walk out of the corner.
Just
Oh, is he close enough?
No.
Casi cerca de la
Bar not
pared.
able to get through the sandblast just yet. Butt slam comes through. That
Qué
was so
buena.
deep.
Bloqueó el antiaéreo. Bien ahí. Los cuy.
Again, slower parry. Giving the opponent some different looks.
Ah.
Here it is. The
Otra
fast one comes out
vez.
again. Real goes for burnout.
Yeah, not able to pull fast one here. Real aware. But again,
Encima
butt slam not
chipeo
answered
ahora.
appropriately. Let's take the turn one more time. You gotta be so careful with
Muerto.
looking for the throw.
No.
Trying to come through. Oh, it's
Oh
not.
my
You gotta
god.
be so careful. Critical art can come out. No.
No, salió el
Yeah,
critical.
I'm not 100%
Y
sure.
lo
What about
mata.
burnout, but not willing, and now
Match
it is
point
set
para
point here for
RealMF.
RealMF.
The urge to do butt slam, overwhelming.
It is.
It's very difficult to avoid.
It is. You know, the will to keep fighting. It's hard to show up every day to work in butt slam.
Tell me
See? Oh, what a
about it.
jump
Into
in.
big damage if he wants it.
Yeah, do you opt to cash out? I think you should here because you can build at least
Level
one bar
3.
back, and this will give you 3 bricks to work with.
Just casually doing like 55%.
Close to character. No damage.
Uy, el
No,
daño.
No mix-ups, only headbutt. Wow, again, the check on the drive rush has
And
been
Real
so
was trying to
clean.
give him a different look on that too.
Change up the pacing. Now
Take
drive
the
rush
throw.
jab, good old reliable. Keep the pressure going. Oh, the
Bien.
YIOTA.
Again, really trying to get some different looks. And Real now is the one who's got to make it back.
Perfect parry otra vez.
All the same timing on butt slam. You know it's a mix-up butt slam. Which strength does he do? There's slightly different timings
Take
to
the
parry.
throw.
But Real's gotten them all right.
Take the
very
throw.
good. 2 throws in a row. Maybe the third one. No. Catches the crouch medium punch this
2
time.
chances maybe to have ended the game in the set.
Yeah, hit confirm was on deck. You had more than enough drive gauge to drive cancel.
Otra
And
vez.
the timing.
Perfect parry a los bot slam.
Sometimes you
¿Lo
gotta
mata?
try to go
No,
for
no
the
lo mata, no
beat.
lo mata.
I don't
think this is gonna
No lo mata.
I'm
El
almost certain
escalado.
that Memphis is inbound and the train has left for Yusuf. And that is
Lo
it
mata,
right on the last
madre.
hit. It's always so much. I mean, we saw how wild the last hit could be.
2-0 envía a GSP a Lucas.
So, Luke he always has one more in the chamber, it feels like. That last punch is a punch to remember, and RealMF remembered exactly how to close that one out. Spending the cash, not able to get 2 hit confirms in a row, but finds the hit,
Memphis
and
with
Yusuf-B is going to go to
50%.
losers. Strengthening the case
parry
that David is
scary.
trying to press forward with Honda. It is tough out here. Luke has been dominating the scene, but again, starting off with such a present Yusuf with not 1, but 2 OD headbutts back-to-back, and I don't think we saw another one for the rest of the set. So maybe, you know, pulling back to that card would have been a little bit better, but it looked so good at the start. The confidence, the composure from Yusuf to even fight back with no health, no gauge. RealMF, the perfect parries was the tail to take.
I think that's right. I think that Yusuf had a lot of great decisions offensively. Some of his conversions were very good.
Bueno, último match antes del corte de 5 minutos. Esa parte del reset le salió caro al pobre YSF-B.
Series, great,
Tuvo
excellent.
buenos rounds
In many of these neutral situations,
un error fatal ahí.
put himself unnecessarily
Se
at
confió
risk.
ahí y eso le costó caro.
Excellent at taking advantage of. Here's the perfect example.
Yeah, in those
Close it out.
in those situations, changing up the tempo, changing up the times of the butt slam, and even setting up these positions where RealMF would want to look forward, look for something else, maybe go for the install, create moments where you're able to walk forward and make.
Ahora viene otro
you know,
big
different mental
match.
stack
Big
pieces
Bird
come
versus
together.
Hamood.
That's where the butt slam can be.
Chun versus Marisa
because it felt
Rashid.
like, I don't know, you get into that flow chart of, well, headbutt didn't connect. Now we go
Así
to
que
butt slam.
RealMF va a enfrentar a AngryBird. Hostia, otro look tiene que lidiar a AngryBird que va a usar posiblemente Cammy
But RealMF is going to
para el
have
FT3 de mañana.
one hell of an opponent to fight tomorrow. AngryBird in the top 8 winners side, but we're still in top 16. We've got more matches to cover. We got the other side of the coin here. It is not the angriest bird. It is the biggest of birds that is going to be
Big
fighting
Bird.
Hamood. Here, as you can see, we have Adele right there with the Marisa,
Chun
one of the best players in
versus
the world,
Marisa.
one of the best training partners. Who would have thought that these two guys, iron sharpen iron, would have gotten to this point? And Hamood on the Chun-Li, another downplayed character, I would say. Chun-Li is one of the strongest in the game.
Marisa.
You know, we just saw the Japan World
Big
Warrior final
Beatles.
take off. Fudo was able to get first, but we had, I believe it was Moke, get incredibly far with the Chun-Li. Sadly, not able to close it out, but this character can cook.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Excellent tools in pretty much all aspects of the game. I don't know that she has a lack, really, of anything that you need to be successful in this game. Very
No puede ser.
much more tech heavy than Chun-Li has often been in previous games. I think a lot of people are excited about that, but she's she's a little different than she has been sometimes, but still has her classic strengths of excellent footsies, excellent
No, yo no toqué ningún trapo de piso.
kind of thing she's had since literally in hyper fighting Super Turbo days.
Oh yeah,
that kind of stuff's been around there forever. Good defense, good offense, good damage under many circumstances. Strong. And then it is interesting to me that BigBird continues to largely run with Marisa. Again, it's not exclusively nowadays. But it is typically the main for him. And just having watched him play the previous games, I was surprised initially to see him pick that character. Didn't seem to me like it was a BigBird character. But as, obviously, he's been playing her since launch and has been killing with her, it's been great to see that he has stuck with her. I mean, by his own admission, she is volatile. And so in a situation like EVO, where he went into it, as did AngryBird, as many people's sort of on the top list of people who could end up taking this thing, he had a character that is just not maybe as easy to be consistent with. You certainly have the capability to win tons of stuff, and he has won stuff. But when it comes to big events like that, I think it's a little tougher for her. That said, in this, I think that it is much more doable in a top 16 situation where he's already in.
Yeah, and now we're actually going to hear from Hamood. We've been talking about BigBird, but Hamood had some thoughts going into this match. Right now,
A ver qué dice Hamood.
Hamood said, "What do you want me to say when I see BigBird as my next match?" You say, you're next.
You're next.
That's it. This is
easy.
¿Qué es lo que
About to march on through
buscan
into the
que
top
diga cuando
eight.
yo veo a BigBird que es mi
pull up into the
próximo
gym, you
match?
pick up the hundreds, you just lift them, and you say, lightweight.
Do it.
Quick work.
Just pick up 100 pounds.
Just do it.
That's what I do.
Just simply boot up Street Fighter 6 and beat one of the best players in the world.
Ay,
It's that
pobre.
easy, right? Have you,
Pobre
have you
Hamood,
tried,
tiene
like,
que
just win?
lidiar ahora con,
Have you thought about not
con
losing much?
BigBird.
I
Que
wish
puede
it was
sacar
that
o
simple.
Marisa o puede sacar
Not that,
a...
it's not that simple. We'd be so bored.
el
That's a big
Rashida.
task. If you woke
Pero
up,
creo
you
que va a
flipped the
usar a la
screen, I'm
Marisa.
just gonna win.
Today I don't think I'll win.
Today I will just do it.
Nobody would stick around, you know?
Yeah.
That gets boring real fast.
But what if-
I like that it's hard.
But what if you pulled up and said you were gonna win, and then I say I'm gonna win? Who wins?
You are
Is it
next.
like back to
Aquí
even?
vamos.
I
That's
don't
the
know.
question.
But even Stevens here, two legends
Marisa
on the
versus
docket.
Chun-Li.
BigBird versus Hamood. Chun versus Marisa. This is gonna be one hell of a match. Oh,
I think the big separation for me when it comes to BigBird
Aquí
and
vamos.
Marisa is the neutral game that he plays as his character
Sweet
is
frames.
so uniquely strong. Obviously,
Por
her
el
pressure is great.
counter
He's
está
excellent making that
muerto.
work. We're
Se
seeing it
viene
now. The grabs are coming
perfect.
through. The delay was there.
ooh, nice
No,
reversal right
perfect
there. The
denied.
Netflix is
De
able
igual
to
forma
find
esto
the
lo tiene
escape. And you have
BigBird
such a hill
ganado.
to climb, and you put yourself in burnout. All BigBird
Very
needs is one
barky.
block string, and that's why he wakes up.
Nada,
jab.
is
Every
GG.
single Gladius is going to chip away, but Hamood is still finding the opportunities.
Not dead yet.
Yeah,
Y
uh-oh.
GG. KO.
One more Gladius will
Soon,
do it.
though. Yeah.
KO por el
Illegal
chipeo.
backdash.
Can't do that.
5-yard
Primer
penalty.
round para
The speed that
BigBird.
BigBird got into the corner right away. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. That I think that really separates him from other Marisas.
Yeah, setting the
Just
pace.
excellent neutral right away that got the corner for him. Here he's looking for the same kind of idea, same general forward movement, but denied by Hamood.
Yeah, and the walk speed from Chun and the long reaching lows is going to be a boon to
Ahora,
Marisa
pare.
here. Not able
Ay,
to punish the
muy
throw.
frío,
The
pero no le
spacing was there, but
castigó.
Hamood hesitated. You do not have the opportunity. Level 3 should be able to kill here.
No usa level 3.
Bird kick is not the way.
Si no usas
Now
level
locked
3
down in the
contra
corner
Marisa.
again. 2-13, but the level 1 reversal, that was cheap on the first state type
Holy
reversal, but
crap.
Hamood knew you have to go into the next round because we saw what AngryBird could do with 3 bars versus none.
Take the
I
throw.
don't know, those bars might not even come into play. One grab for your troubles, another
that's so
one!
much.
This
Oh
guy.
my God. Where are you going?
This is energy. Kill range
Oh,
clearly.
no.
Oh, no.
Nah, he's
Just
dead.
move on to the
way.
next one. Put up the number on the board. Didn't even need
Dead.
this. He had a full super there.
See, I told you, the meter wouldn't be used. I didn't say which side wouldn't use the bar. It was both. It was a mutual agreement right there. Both people signed the paper. I don't know if we read the terms. No. That was rough. Oh, wow. Nice perfect parry. That's how you unlock the jab there. And, oh, no, the stance is just coming in so clutch. Hamood was looking great there, too, in that second round. Had all the pieces lined up, but it just did not come to fruition. Yikes.
Certainly why you still play this character. She's a strong character,
Oh,
as
no.
Marisa, right? But you
Nada,
play her in
he's
part
dead,
because
he's
you know
dead.
that any
No sale
round
más
is
de la
doable
pared.
for you. All you need is the next hit.
It takes one situation to turn the tide, and we were talking about this
Drive
pre-show, the
reversal.
power of drive reversal versus drive rush. We see it right there. You spend the bars to cancel, and I'm already out of there.
Match point
Negative
para
on
BigBird.
the low, and it is set point here for BigBird.
A chance for Hamood. A little faster start for him.
Yeah, you have to be able to instill your will against BigBird. If you let him run over and move forward, it's going to be rough because this is where Marisa can really start to fall apart. But the challenge from BigBird, the defense, so aware, so active, you cannot just sit down and let Chun run you over.
Very interesting solution to that neutral jump.
Ooh, no bite from BigBird there.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No, you can't get hit.
Yeah, this is going to be game over. And even if you are blocking, you're going to be burnt out pretty soon, knowing that. Nice tiny legs, trying to escape. Still not out of the woods. Any touch will do it. Actually, both sides now. Oh, no! The
He's
armor
dead.
comes
He's
in
dead.
clutch. About to be burnt out.
He's
One more
dead.
touch will do it. The jump, but no punish. This can be
Hold on.
huge. It's not a kill
Lo
just yet,
gasta
but you
level
have to
3. No
spend.
lo va a matar.
You got to bet it all on this next wake up.
Lo dejaré
BigBird,
en
how
Yes for
do you
Game.
react? Hamood, can you make it happen? Is it going to be a grab? Is it going to be a reversal? And the drive impact! But the drop! No! You had everything right.
Oh, man. That is killer. Oh, poor Hamood. What a way to go down.
No.
Carrying
Man.
off
What
the
a
body
drop.
into top 8 is BigBird.
BigBird
Poor
envía a Hamood a luz y se clasifica
That
a tomar
is
winner
definitely
tras
a
ese
set. You
drop.
say,
Lo
"Jesus,
tenía
that's really
Hamood,
good."
pero
Even if you
dropió el
say, as
combo.
Hamood did, as he implied, it's a tough match. BigBird is so strong, everybody knows it. Even in that case, you're not thinking like, BigBird's so good, I lost him, legit. Okay, what you're thinking about is the last moment.
Yeah, that's the only. That's
a
the
very
hardest
tough
part.
situation.
Because that was, even though you were going to go into the next match with 0 bars, like that was showing you got around, and it was like it was a controlled round. You were seeing the cracks in BigBird's gameplay where Hamood was really able to capitalize, utilizing the jump ins, utilizing the walk speed from Chun. That low forward being one of the strongest tools she has in her disposal. Just so long reaching again, just consistently checking BigBird on the lows. And the reactions were there too. Like Hamood had these really great looks through the entirety of the set. And then BigBird reset and tempered expectations, just back to back correct reads. And this is, I don't know, that's a heartbreaker right there.
Sí, dropeó ahí, así que BigBird se clasifica winners. Ahí hay que esperar al que gane de Fandroid contra Metplex. Kuwait versus Emiratos Árabes Unidos. Hasta ahora tenemos dos de Emiratos Árabes que son los Birds, uno de Kuwait, y ahora vamos a encontrar quién va a clasificar para enfrentarse a BigBird. ¿Será Fandroid o Metplex? Para confirmar el top 8 winners. Pero ahora se viene el corte de 5 minutos antes de continuar. Que van a venir en el loser side.
Have even more CPT coming in the future, because if you're enjoying the Middle East and you want to get in on the action, your region might be having a CPT coming up too, because registration is still going to be open in Asia Southeast,
la región de Xi'an.
Sunday, November 19th at 8 p.m. PST. So make sure that you get in now. You've got 1 day left to enter. It may be in the morning here, but 12 hours is going to come, actually 24 hours is going to come up pretty soon. So Asia Southeast, make sure that you get signed up. That is going to be your chance to qualify for the Capcom Pro Tour and a chance at the $1 million. So don't miss out on that. And people have been missing out. I mean, I'm kind of hungry right now. It's pretty early, but there's been a partner that's been supporting us for a long time.
It's like 5 or 6 in the afternoon at this point?
Yeah, 5 in the afternoon.
Something like that.
True.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us here for CPT Middle East as we're watching and thanking Chipotle. Chipotle has joined hands with Capcom. During this first year of Street Fighter 6, download the app and order some carne asada back on the grill for a limited time. Tender cuts of steak with lime, cilantro, and signature spices from Chipotle. Thanks very much to them.
And you know, there's a lot of things to give in the community, and the community is coming up strong here too with the new Challengers tournament that we have coming up. It actually starts at 4 p.m. later today. Please make sure that you tune in at Twitch at Capcom USA. And it is going to be at 4 p.m. Pacific. You're going to have Sejam and Aru walking us through all of the action. And we have multiple teams coming in. And I love it. You got Team VTuber ran by Kizzy K. I think the greatest team that we have on the docket. I love that. It's like him wrangling all the kids. They're like, no, you have to. No, this is how you do the super. It's like, but I'm going to get the model of my character. That's going to be my new VTuber. It'd be beautiful. So I love the connection of all the different scenes right there. Obviously, you have the Resident Evil team. You have just about everything. So I love that this tournament is here. It gets everybody involved, and yeah, this game, its accessibility is through the roof. So seeing all these players and all these creators from different scenes come together for a amazing tournament, these new challengers are welcome. And when that sign comes up, whenever you load in the Battle Hub, it's for everybody. So please tune in 4 p.m. It's going to be a great event to follow up CPT here today. And we're going to have to follow up those matches that we just had with a little bit of a break. Get your Red Bull, get your water, maybe order Chipotle on your mobile app, and we'll see you soon, because we have one more winners match to do, and then we're going to see the Sharks in loser side. So don't go anywhere. See you soon.
Chipotle's carne asada is back. It's our most tender cuts of steak, grilled and seasoned with cumin, oregano, and coriander. Finished with fresh lime and hand-chopped cilantro. Carne asada. This is our best steak ever. No steak. Shit.
Everything is fun on a trip to Texas. You could do this. Or try this. It doesn't even matter what you do.
Actually, it does matter. I'm obsessed with food, and sports, and music.
This is our trip to Texas. Go get your own. It is going to be a very happy Thanksgiving.
Let's see. Thanksgiving, rated R, Thursday.
The Total Support Pouch from Haynes can help you achieve balance Vista mesh panels for perfect separation and support. Secure, separated, supported. Find your balance. Vista Total Support Pouch from Hanes.
You ever feel like the only place you can find cars is in car commercials? Oh, this isn't a car commercial. This is an Auto Trader commercial. And this is one of the millions of new and used cars that you can find on Auto Trader. You can find cars like the ones on your favorite show.
People are taking this natural energy drink. Someone energizing herbal drink. Energized naturally, caffeine-free energy.
Lo siento por esta publicidad que está saliendo ahora, que pusieron parece un ad de más de 3 minutos. Uf. Así que tengo que esperar hasta que termine este puñetero ad. Por eso es que lo muteé para no escucharlo. Ok, volvimos. Oh my god. Japan. Ok, creo que va a venir entrevista. Entrevista con uno de los Birds, lo más probable. Antes de continuar con el último match del top 16 winners y empezar ya el loser side. Pues aquí vamos. Entrevista.
Street Fighter 6, I think it's still fair to call it a new game, even though we've had it for a few months now. We haven't even had our first Capcom Cup yet. And with there being a new game, I believe there are also new faces to some of these regions. And one of those, I believe to be our guest today, V Wasim. What's going on, bro?
Wasim, Panthers, V Wasim.
We're doing good, man. Thanks for coming on the show.
De Arabia Saudita.
Like Rob mentioned, new faces in the scene. So to us, maybe to make people more informed, they might have followed your competitive history. But we've been watching the standings here for the Middle East World Warrior, and your name popped up as one of the dominant players in the scene right now, rocking the Luke. So can you tell us a little bit about like when you got started with Street Fighter? Is Street Fighter 6 your first Street Fighter?
De South
or when did you
Arabia.
start?
Yeah, for me, I started playing Street Fighter for like 5 months ago. Then
Wow.
Street Fighter 5. Yeah.
Okay.
Only just 5 months of playing Street Fighter and only focusing on Luke.
Wow. That's the history.
Right now, you only have 5 months in.
Yeah, right now I only have 5 to 6 months.
You're competing with people who have 5 decades of experience. Street Fighter is a very, it's a game with a lot of legacy at this point. So to hear you only have 5 months of playing, that's actually really interesting. So you came in at the very end of Street Fighter 5. Were you playing Luke in Street Fighter 5?
I started playing with Kim in Street Fighter 5, then I switched to Luke. I thought he's the best neutral game to me. His neutral game is just fits me so much.
Qué frío que hace.
How old are you?
Yeah, how old are you? What's going on here?
I'm 21 years old. I started playing fighting games since I was 17 years old.
Okay, it's starting to piece together a little bit.
Yeah, you already know how to learn and.
Yes, the fact that you even mentioned neutral, I was like, how are you
same thing. I'm like,
playing 5 months ago?
Yeah, I swear
Okay,
I thought
makes
the same
sense.
thing. So I'm imagining that you were super excited to see AngryBird win Evo. Of course, as just somebody from your region, but also because that means 2 spots open up in the Middle East because AngryBird is already qualified. So now you have the tournament, and then you also have the World Warrior event. How confident are you that you can make it in the Capcom Cup with one of these 2 spots?
I'm actually so confident right now. Like I feel like I used so much to neutral play in the game, so I just have some matchups to get used to play it more. And then I think I will make it to Capcom Cup, inshallah.
I love the confidence. I mean, you've been speed running this learning
Último
process,
match de
though,
winners.
so I can believe if you're
Fandroid
doing 4 to
versus
5 hours a day,
Metplex.
that's a good chunk of time to stay dedicated and to ramp up to learn.
Y'all see it, man.
Creo que va a ser Fandroid versus BigBird en top 8 Winners Side para mañana. O sea que Fandroid podría ganarse su match. Lástima que BWC está en Loser Side.
Thanks for talking to us, bro.
Always cool to check in with some of the players around different regions across the world as we look in across this Middle Eastern region here. One thing that I love about the interviews that they always do is, you learn a little bit more about the players themselves. That's one of my favorite things about the regionality of the CPT is that you do get to know more about the players and the people who are all over the world. We have strong players everywhere.
Yeah, and that's I love that too, because it shows you that even if we're all from different parts of the world, we all speak the same fighting game language, right? Because you can really express yourself through the game, and all these regional differences to how we play is beautiful, right? Like, you can have regions that are defined by the players that play there. Like, I mean, when I think of Guile, I think of the Dominican Republic and how it's like, well, they had a very aggressive play style. Why are the Guile players getting so good? Because they have to stop the people playing so aggressive. And I want to see exactly like how the Middle East develops too, because there's a very calculated style.
YSF-B fue el que envió a
the AngryBirds and the BigBirds.
a
How do you react
a
to that? It's like you have to
BWC
have
a
a very
Losers.
well-oiled
Y
machine
RealMF
to
fue el que
really
envió
fight
a
in that
Botboy a
environment. And
Losers.
it's beautiful, like you said. You get to learn more about these players from all the different regions of the world and how they play and how they understand
Ya
and
está,
show themselves
GTR.
in the game. So super
Fue
cool. Love that we have the
GTR el que envió a
opportunity to
Volcano
get
Russo a
to those
Losers.
type of matches
Pero
and
Azis fue el que
player
envió a GTR a
insights. We've got even
Losers.
more players coming up here. We have one more winners match to decide how our winners top 8 has shaped up, and then we are going down to the losers. So it is time to heat up.
Volcano Russo luego en
because
Losers.
it's the fight
Enviado
for
fue el que
everyone.
eliminó a GTR.
Gotta do it now. Oh, I thought about reciting some lyrics, but I decided not to. I couldn't do it.
You've been struggling for years?
Thanks, man.
Through the blood, sweat, and tears.
Who's in the bracket? Let's check it out.
Oh, man. Yep.
This is going to be a cool one.
Oh, yes.
Fandroid, as I mentioned
Versus
earlier,
Metplex.
has
A ver
really
qué
been
van a
doing
usar
great
cada
as a World
uno.
Warrior for this region. He and
Kuwait
BigBird are
versus
tied
Emiratos
in
Árabes
points
Unidos.
with 150 each. Now, again, BigBird hasn't entered all of them. He's gotten first place every time he has. But Fandroid has had a very consistent set of results, including winning first place in the last one. So I think he does come into this weekend as somebody else to keep a strong eye on in the battle.
Que va a
here.
ser
We'll see him on the
Juri
left
versus
side
DJ.
from Kuwait. DJ is the character. On the other side, Metplex, CPT2023 UAE Juri is going to be the choice.
Yeah, Metplex has a history with other anime games. So going to be utilizing the Juri, very fast-paced character. I want to see what feng shui engine stuff they've been cooking. I think that's going to be a defining factor of this matchup and how they really can batter down DJ. It's going to be controlling the gauge that DJ has, because when he has drive gauge and even if he burns out, if he has at least 2 bars, he's still incredibly safe. He has such good control in neutral. The drive rush is one of the best in the game. Sway is something you have to always be aware of. Single fireball, double fireball, feint. I could go on, but again, it is going to be a hard match. We just saw 2 DJs qualify. We went to bed, we woke up, and we saw 2 DJs qualified for the Capcom Pro Tour. Xian and Fudo. Fudo did not drop a game in the grand final, so I don't know. DJ stonks are going up. I don't know if we can downplay any further, but we're going to be playing right now the last match of Winners Quarters.
Aquí vamos.
Fandroid
versus Metplex. Emiratos Árabes Unidos versus Kuwait.
Then I don't think you have the drive to win.
Just getting the party going right away.
Oh, no, you're saying the party started? We let it rip a little too early.
He pressed blue.
Hey,
fuck. Think the drive rush was coming? If so, I love it.
Usando la classic Juri.
In to play here.
Hey,
one throw for your troubles. How many more will we go? And immediately changes it up. No throw loops for you. It is just all hands
round
all
para
day.
Fandroid.
Netflix down around to start off fast. Fandroid looking good.
Yeah, again, been very successful in the game, in the region, in the World Warriors. Metplex, well, had a little bit better going offensively, but not for long, seemingly.
Yeah,
knock down the corner just like that.
Yeah, splitting perfect parry. You don't get the biggest punish, but it's more about relieving the pressure of that corner. And now he's starting to pop off right here. Metplex continued pressure with a nice delay tech there from Fandroid.
Really?
Wow, yeah. I thought you could have gotten a burn here, but now burn out. Oh, you're going to have to find a way to reversal out of here. A level 3 Raw will be able to kill. So you got to find that hit first.
Already killed condition.
Necesita un confirm el señor Fandroid y lo mata.
No
staircase in the kill?
Yeah, went for the perfect parry attempt afterwards with the tap parry, thinking that Metplex was going to press. Caught the overhead. No way, the critical art kills here. Oh my goodness, Metplex was one touch away, but the hesitation, not willing to press, means that you're pressed for round. Pressed for time. It is a 1-0 lead for Fandroid.
1-0 para Fandroid.
Well, that's one thing you say about the characters, that you can never count on.
It's true.
Damage is always available.
Only needed one drive rush cancel with the critical art on deck, and it's hard. Like, and again, you want to be able to push the initiative. You just got your drive gauge back, but I feel like Fandroid was looking for that.
Qué buena.
Defensive choice. A couple of these choices from Fandroid, just not usual. Yeah, again, maybe trying to bait. Nothing came that time for Metplex, though.
Take the throw.
Pressure coming in, going for the low fireball. Keep it going. Yeah. Coming at you. Uh-oh.
No.
Nice. Nah. Short hop. Not going to work out here. And catches the neutral jump. You have to jump forward there to bait it out. Not a typical DP punish. Will beat the grab and everything else. But now, about to burn out. Doesn't have those 2 bars. Metplex needs to push the issue now. Oh my goodness.
Very lucky for Metplex that did happen to connect.
And burn themselves out. This is rough because now one anti-air into Trouble City. Oh, level 1 will do it, but no, the check with the crouch medium kick. Yep. Being a little too respectful. Uh-oh, yeah.
Otra vez el DP.
Oh, man.
A la pared.
That's very expensive on the drive gauge, but it does the trick.
Yeah, early and often. No, wow. Negative frames into reversal. El Clasico. No, he got it again. That was a little bit.
Okay, I get it.
Te vas a la pared ahora y te quedaste en burno.
Fighting off more than you can chew. Got to set up the mental stack a little bit more, and this is going to be lights out for this round. Set point here for Fandroid, but the question is, how much do you have to spend? It might just be the level 1. Yeah, there it is. Boom.
Muerta.
Set point here.
Match
Fandroid,
point para Fandroid.
optimal and really utilizing the resources to the extreme.
All that took is a little bit of patience defensively.
My apologies.
Tradio.
DJ uses the resources to the maximum.
To the max.
Exactly. Again, nice. The anti-airs have been here consistently.
Lo paró con crouching light kick.
Oh, no punish in time.
Crouching light kick como antiaéreo.
Interesting defense. Again, Metplex has a very drive gauge heavy style.
Yeah. Oh.
Maximum. Yeah.
Solid recovery of the fireball. You are not allowed to challenge there
Burn
again.
out.
Backdash.
No confirmó.
Wow,
Ahora sí.
what a whip punish. And this is so scary. Metplex is
Pero
not
tiene
allowed to
level
make any
3,
mistakes. If you try to take the throw, you're going to be done
Metplex.
for. This is
Nada.
the one-touch situation. And the
Level
biggest piece here
3.
is that drive gauge is paused. The only way you're going to get away from here is with a super reversal. Fandroid, can you bait it? What's it going to be? But the burnout is imminent and just goes for the empty jump super. But the whip doesn't matter.
No llegó, pero igual fue para la no. La crouching medium kick sí llegó.
Hands off the wheel.
Así que Fandroid envía a Netflix a losers y se clasifica para top 8 winners para enfrentarse contra BigBird.
Level 3. The idea there is that you are burned out. You could get chipped out. You're very close to it.
Yeah.
And so landing into what you hope is going to be like max out or so bad or something like that that is intended to chip you. Instead, you land with your level 3. It's an understandable decision, but Fandroid saw ahead. And that's something that I think Fandroid did well throughout. I'm thinking back to when he blocked the button then into EXDP and then capitalized for the game. Like that kind of stuff was going on by Fandroid throughout this set.
Yeah, absolutely. And the anti-airs weren't the problem here as well. It just felt like there was a couple of moments where Metplex just did not have the right option in the moment. Like getting answered by the up kicks in that position because there wasn't a forward jump, it was a neutral jump, is quite rough. And then, like you said, reversal into reversal, very ambitious, but definitely a risk. And yeah, that was a, I would say a Hail Mary if I've ever seen one. But if it connects, then you still have the chance of horse.
Ya está confirmado el top 8 winner side. AngryBird versus RealMF y BigBird versus Fandroid. Dos de Emiratos Árabes y dos de Kuwait.
Was determined in a convincing fashion, and our top 8 winner side is actually going to be AngryBird, RealMF, and then BigBird versus Fandroid. So we're going to get to see the matchup of World Warrior points. Who's 150 is better than the other, and it is going to be DJ versus Marisa. You know, BigBird also does have the Rashid in the back pocket, so we might see a change in the matchup.
Okay, vamos ahora con el loser side.
I think that's going to be like one of the matchups.
Sai versus Volcano Russo.
Tomorrow. And we have more matches to look forward to today, so winners will be
vamos
simmering
ahora con el
for
loser
now
side.
as we go down to the loser side of top 16, where everybody has
Sai
one
versus
life left.
Volcano
And you
Russo
better live it to the fullest. Our
y
next
YSF
match
versus
is gonna be
Hamood
Sai
Boy
versus IW Volcano Rosso. Coming up on the docket here, and
Aquí vamos, ¿qué
like we
usan?
said, a lot
Kuwait
of character
versus
diversity we have
Turquía.
seen so far, and we have even more coming up now. We've already seen Luke. We've already seen the likes of Ken. We've seen Marisa as well. No, we haven't seen Ken. Remember, AngryBird played Cammy, so no Ken just yet, and we're going to see what these players can do here.
Volcano Rosso was really strong in Street Fighter V. Cool to see that.
Aquí vamos, que va a
still
ser
doing work
Dawson
big
versus
time.
Luke.
Looking strong.
39
Luke
años
from
contra
him,
38
from Turkey.
años.
Again, very strong player. On the other side, Sai, a young man compared to me, from Kuwait. Love to see it. Dawson is going to be the character choice.
Yeah, and as the game has continued to progress, we're getting further and further
Turquía
into the
versus
lifespan
Kuwait.
before we get to Capcom Cup 10. We have seen Dalsum really start to shine, obviously, with the likes of Mr. Crimson. We got to see top 8 of the West Coast Finals. We had Akita. You have F-Champ doing really well in the ICFCs. So a lot of Dalsum representation, and as you get more information, I feel like this character becomes that much more potent. It's like a refined tool because Dalsum, to navigate correctly, needs to understand what your win conditions are, what your typical approach is, to create that defensive game plan and really establish the different stop signs, right? Until Dalsum has the worker's permit, he cannot put in the fixtures needed to navigate in these matchups. And we got to see the Luke versus Dalsum matchup. If you haven't watched it again, to tout back to the West Coast, it was Akita versus Samurai. So we got a very nice look of this earlier this week, and now we get to see it once again here at one of the highest levels, because Dalsum, I do think, is slept on, is a menace, and in the right hands offers such a level of control that is unmatched. Again, all it takes is one knockdown to have that Empire fall down, but I think Dalsum can do a pretty good job against Luke here.
Of course, Garnet already qualified for Capcom Cup.
Yeah, exactly.
With Sim, so it's already one Sim in there at least. We had, again, we always ask players to talk a little bit about themselves, about the upcoming match, and we did that with Sai. What do you got to say?
A ver.
Sai says, it's going to be difficult. Volcano is a well-known Turkish player with excellent history in SF5. I only assume he will get better in Street Fighter 6. Yeah, I think that's right. Again, Volcano Rosso had great results there. Looking forward to strong stuff here. We also asked, what did you do? Sai says, focusing on commentating and playing casually. Volcano Rosso says, nothing. So I appreciate the honesty of that.
No prep work, no notes.
No,
nothing
sometimes
needed.
you just feel confident about going in and just knowing that you're going to show up and do your best.
Exactly. I mean, that's what you have to do sometimes, because preparation is always important, but you can also psych yourself out. Because if you go in and expect your opponent to do one thing because you've watched a tournament VOD, they may be playing different today. They may have prepared something else, and you might be setting yourself up for failure by subverting your expectations. However, it is important to review on your own, too, because the only factor you can control going into a tournament is yourself.
That's true, but
right?
And as you mentioned, you can definitely over-prepare.
Yeah.
For a long time, I've known some top-level players whose idea of preparation is to do a lot of research in, like, the week leading up, and then the day before, nothing. Hang out, chill.
Nah.
That's how some people do it, man. I'm not saying that that's what you
Vamos,
do.
Dolphin versus
Yeah, but that is what some people do. In any case, that's what Volcano
Classic
Rosso
Dolphin
did.
versus Classic
And we'll see
Luke.
if it pays off. Already down in loser's side. It's an interesting match, certainly. Dhalsim has the ability to navigate around. I agree with you that he's a strong character. But nevertheless, of course, I also agree with you that he is susceptible to getting caught. Pretty quick fashion. Jump roundhouse twice.
Goodness. Yeah, all it takes is one situation for Luke.
How do you pick between jump fierce and jump roundhouse as Luke? I don't know.
Oh, man, I don't know. Do you want bacon or eggs for breakfast? Oh, wow, a perfect to start
Primer
off.
round
It
para
all took- it
Volcano
all
Rosso,
took off
buscando
from
abrir el
Juli's
marcador
roundhouse
1-0.
to bait the throw. Again, Volcano Rosso with a great history in Street Fighter V, and the rule was to take the throw, so Sai is, he doesn't like that. Obviously going for the throw text. Already looking better this time.
Yeah.
Drive gauge deficit here for Volcano Rosso. One gale away. One.
Oh, no,
fire.
the timing was perfect. Oh, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Rosso
nice.
tries it again. He's hoping to bait even more grabs. Happy to see that Sai hasn't given into that yet again.
Take the
Yeah,
throw.
really good text here from Volcano Rosso so far, and right back at you for Sai. Volcano not out of the woods yet for the burnout. Oh, wow, what a great teleport. But the drop right there doesn't matter. Still get the burnout.
Y
but it-
doble burn. No, Zion tiene drive.
Yeah, in the corner. Plus frames per days. What an anti-air, yeah.
Buena ahí.
The insistence about getting out of the corner.
No
Okay.
way!
All right.
Landing off the juggle. That is
¿Lo
going to be the
mata?
first
Sí,
game
lo mata, lo
off
mata,
the
lo
level
mata.
3. Dhalsim is going to do everything but get up here. Yoga class is over. First game, Volcano Rosso. That was an explosive finish and a very
1-0 para
a heavy
Volcano
commitment,
Rosso.
right? That is saying, you know what? I'm going to put my best foot forward. I'm making this decision, and it worked out.
It is a very common media, of course, for Dhalsim in that situation.
So being prepared, even if they said there was no preparation, the play speaks for itself.
The prep happens in advance, you know?
Yeah. Every day you boot up. Again, the anti-airs have been
Otra
so
vez.
clean. This time the tap parry not answered. The neutral jump has been a mainstay in the baiting offense from Volcano Rosso.
It's much better navigation right now from Sai around jump attacks and around fireballs, all that sort of stuff from Luke. Even different timing there. Oh,
wow. Dude, that roundhouse is pretty dang good, but again,
Qué buena.
Should be able to take the
Lo
round.
mata, lo mata.
drive cancel was everything here.
Round para
Doesn't even have to
Sai.
spend any extra
Buscando
bar to
empatar
get it
el
done.
marcador.
Sai staying alive, getting around. I think we're going the distance with this one, if I'm being honest.
Hoping to see Luke move forward there with the arch.
Again, nice. The DP on the teleports have been consistent.
Bien,
Recovers
se
it from
evadió,
the
evadió el
dive,
shimmy
the
de
tap
la,
parry.
de la jumping heavy punch del Luke.
Fight. Oh, wow, the
Y le
double hit from the
rompió la
fireball was
break.
huge here, but still stuck in the
Take the
same
throw.
position.
Okay.
Two
Take
for
the
your trouble. Try to go for
Got him.
drill. Yeah.
Could take him out.
Oh,
That's what he's going for.
absolutely. Is it going to be 2 bars or 3? Beast mode, baby.
Beast mode, baby. Lo
Do
mata,
it.
lo
One
mata.
round of beast on the board. Set point here for Volcano Rosso. Full stick of butter for Sai. Can he bring this to
Match
an even
point para
set,
Volcano
or is it
Rosso,
gonna
a
be
punto de
the end
eliminar
of
a
the
Sai del
tournament here for
torneo.
Dhalsim?
When he was having success in that round, it was due to navigating well, but the overcommitment there, stand medium kick, gets him going. Here's another one. Defensive
Joder.
overcommitment. Yeah, although an understandable one. And Volcano Rosso is very close now.
Kill range. The throw one more time, and now you're guessing for game, guessing for your tournament life, and it starts out strong. Do you critical art here? Absolutely. The
Level 3.
burnout is going to be a boon for Volcano Rosso, but your pressure has to be so tight, and it has to be clean the entire time because level 1 is there for Volcano Rosso. You cannot make any mistake. The teleport is going to be so risky too because the anti-airs have been so clean. Where is it? Nice, the throw.
Yeah, I do want to see more pressure here.
Yep. Gotta be careful.
Grab, what attack?
Anti-air, but
no!
Oh,
y tradeo, y Volcano elimina Sai 2-0.
Went right through the anvil. The Acme special was answered easily. And again, one of the best jump-ins in the game. Not only is it the jump fierce, but it's the jump roundhouse. And you said at the beginning, how do you choose?
The wealth of options that you have.
Why not both?
I really do agree with you that the best idea for Sai was to stay in, go in. Dalsum's capable of that.
Yeah.
You know, if you have the opponent burned out as Dalsum, it's great to also just zone and chip them away. That's also really good, but that's in a certain situation where maybe you already have the life lead or you're not way far down in life. There, he was way down in life and needed a lot of work to come back.
Yeah, needed to find the pocket, needed to make the most out of that opportunity, and it just did not pay off. And there was a lot of moments where Sai looked in control, had great looks, the reaction to the drive impact after the drive cancel, but still was not able to get a closeout. Great meter management from Volcano Rosso, and the ability to
el tradeo, eso le costó caro.
Threat, not only with the neutral jumps, but the shimmies. And,
ahora viene YSF versus Abot Boy, el único representante de Saudi Arabia contra otro de Emiratos Árabes Unidos.
But Luke had other
Así que Metplex va a enfrentar a Volcano Rosso.
Metplex is going to be the next opponent.
Que va a ser Juri versus
Luke. We'll be
Luke.
getting there later because we have Vasim that Rob actually interviewed previously. So if you want to catch that, you can check earlier in the VOD. Make sure you see it on YouTube too. Versus
Boy.
B-Boy on the other end here. So Luke on Luke. Violence
Luke
here. Who is going to be the one to come out on top? Whose Holy is going to be the best?
I do like Luke on Luke. I think that it's an interesting mirror match. It's a mirror match between characters who have so many different options that as a player, you can choose what kind of style you want to do. You can still really like see your personality, even in a mirror match, which is always great to see. It means that it's a well-made character. I think that's one cool thing about the Luke mirror here.
Yeah, you can play slow, you can play fast.
Yeah,
and it's however you want to carve your own destiny. And Vasim had some ideas of how he's going to carve his destiny going into this. I wonder how he's feeling. What does he have to say about this mirror match? And it is this. Abood is a really good player. Our sets are always close. I guess I'll do my best to win. And in a mirror match, having close sets is always good because then you can see what you can improve on, what you can take from the other player, and maybe what they're taking from you. So has good expectations, knows what's on the line, and knows how the previous matchups have gone. So I want to see how Panther Vasim is able to make it happen because this is the time to play. This is the time to shine in the Luke mirror.
Tell us a fun fact about yourself.
Are 6 or 7 Lukes?
SF4 was his first fighting game.
That's awesome.
Cool. That's awesome. I think that's the case for many of us.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe I shouldn't have said us. Many people.
Why would you? What do you think my first fighting game is?
Street Fighter 6. And for
wow.
and for Vasim, the reason I say that is he says started playing Street Fighter 5 to 6 months ago.
Oh,
that is actually incredible.
And you're in the top 16
what I'm saying.
in the Middle East.
To go from that short period of time to being one of the best in the region is actually incredible.
Who is Rue from Streets?
That is very, very good work. Congrats on that already.
Love that.
But still, I mean, you would love to do even more, naturally.
Yeah.
Get into the top 8 if possible. That's still going to take a couple of wins at this point, starting in loser side of the top 16. But that means that it's doable. I love that, though. I mean, it's rare to see somebody pick up a new game, even if you have fighting game experience.
Yeah.
Rare to pick up a new sort of game or new series and find success to this degree within just half a year.
Yeah, getting to the top 16 is no small feat, and I mean with Street Fighter 6 having so many new players
Aquí vamos, Luke versus Luke.
Getting to see that more. It's
Diamond versus Master.
And now a beautiful matchup right here, Pink versus the cargo, the orange cargo pants. I guess. Yeah.
I know.
I'm loving it.
Creo que un poco
I really
de.
like the right one, to be honest. That's
yeah,
cool.
I'm about
Luke,
it.
In my opinion, Luke has some of the best colors in the game.
Absolutely.
I really like Luke's colors.
He definitely had a glow up right here, and it's going to be a blow up in the corner. 2 throws for your troubles.
Luke Mirror.
Vasim.
Default costume, pero con color contra el Alternative Costume. Primer round para
That is
Bot
the breaking
Boy.
point, yeah. That was rough.
That's how it can go sometimes. That's all right, just one round. Not worth getting upset over if you are Vasim.
Really navigating.
Keeping it slow.
Yeah. I'm loving the Sandblast game. And immediately after seeing you turn green, that crouch medium punch, but the drop again on the knuckles.
Yeah.
No sandwich today.
The slow movement towards the corner is really the intention for Vivo's team. It's denied right away. Now you got all that space in front of you.
Call that
very little behind you.
Call that a back throw incident. No check on the drivers this time. A little bit too close for the crouch medium punch. Maybe a jab. Would have got the jump. Oh. Again, plus frames. Anti-air goes to the crouch fierce. It's not close enough. There it is again. Oh. Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. A round apiece on the
Final
board.
round del primer set. ¿Será a Bot Boy o BWC que abrirá el marcador?
No anti-air, yeah, whereas Hamood has been consistent.
Especially in the mirror match, you need every piece of the puzzle, and if your opponent is having these looks, and you haven't been able to present them as well, it's giving them an opportunity, a pocket to really pressure.
It's such an interesting style from Vivo's team. He is not overextending at all. In fact, his style, I would say, primarily is kind of slow and reactive.
Ooh,
and maybe that's part of why that works. You just don't expect forward movement like that. All of a sudden, the DI from somebody who has been so patient.
Yeah, the spacing that he's been controlling has been so good for Vivo's team. Just staying out. You can't jump. You're not able to reach it with my crouch forward, my crouching medium kick, or crouching medium punch. And now it's a one-touch situation. Critical Art is on deck, and that suppressor may be the game changer here.
Yeah, it was that different timing. It was a different look that Vivo's team was.
Así recuperar la dry gauge a Bot Boy.
Oh, this does so much. Oh, God, that is a lot.
Look at the yellow up there. Chill out, Luke.
60% off. But again, now it's going to be 3 bars on deck. The drive impact immediately right as the burnout came. And Hamood B-Boy stunting on him. First game closed out. That was so good. That was the perfect drive impact timing because you're not expecting it. You're like, maybe I can run carry, maybe I can drive impact back, but just hits the wall running. Yeah. Oh, no punish on the shimmy. You see him playing a little too reserved, walk back a little too far.
That really is the primary style for Vivo's team.
Yeah.
I would love to see a little bit more offense. Here's a chance.
No, the spacing was just wrong. The knuckle does not connect. Almost a burnout. This gives Hamood B-Boy a little bit more time. One throw for your troubles. How many more will it be?
Tradeo.
Hey, okay.
That was good.
Underneath, this gives Vivo's team the corner. Now, the question is, will he take advantage of it?
You gotta. Plus frames come, even though you get a little bit gauge back with the parry. The escape has been clean. Anti-air again.
Oh, no.
So reliable. Beast mode immediately. Is it going to be enough? It's going to be super close. I think it is.
No lo mata. Lo mata.
Last hit right
Match
there.
point
No
para
jokes
Bot
about
Boy.
this. No kidding here, Luke. It is set point here for Hamood B-Boy.
This reactive style that we're seeing out of Vivo's team is no longer really cutting it. Yeah, Hamood is mixing it up a little bit differently, both with hit and also with grab in his drive approach. This time just the footsie's starter, and all of a sudden it's the corner right away. Big
way. And it starts off with the back heavy
No
kick
dropió
with
el
the drop
combo
right
ahí.
there too, giving
a Bot
Vivo's
Boy.
team another opportunity. And medium kick not finding any dividends. Let's see. Nice! Caught the start of the sandblast, immediately cashing out.
Y lo tiene que usar sí o sí.
And less of the reactive style. Maybe we'll see a little
Y
bit
así
more
lo
success
deja en
with
burnout. Bueno, a un pixel de burnout. Ahora sí.
Nice sandblast overhead comes through, and you just have to have unlimited plus frames with that tech. Slowed down everything that's coming through. Big stun.
Yeah, walk to get a little bit of meter, and then Vivo's team should be able to take this barring error.
There we go.
Final round del segundo set. ¿Será que a Bot Boy se lo llevará 2-0 o finalmente habrá un 1-1?
I would love to see more of that.
Oh my God, the double whip throw whipped it a little bit early, and you know Vivo's team trying to tech. Just a little bit too short. And it may have been an error from Hamood, but it turned out to be a reward. Nice anti-air again, not this time. Yeah.
¿Sabes? No, y te baja la pared.
Sometimes you just gotta go. Maybe 3 times. Another throw. No, this time only going for 2.
Mixing up pretty well in the corner. That was much stronger.
Oh, the spacing was too good. Immediately drive rush into the beast mode. Gonna be burnout here. Vivo's team trying to take us to a game 3. The first one of the day. Critical Art is available. Throw comes out, and it was enough. Normally in that situation, if you're looking for the drive impact, you want to block first, then you can buffer and react. Because if you wake up with the super, they might just bait it and you'll die. So, I mean, I can fully understand that happening. But again, first game 3 of the day. Vivo's team finding the pocket. And like you said, it came down to the burnout pressure.
Definitely looking stronger when it comes to his own offense. big part of this. And for the first time, really, starting off his own pressure more actively from Futsu's range.
Yeah, establishing a lead, being comfortable at zone 0. Oh, wow, that drop is unfortunate. But again, the anti-airs have been so dang good from Hamood. Not going for the DPs, though, so it's not the most damage in the world.
Yeah. Well, really what he cares about is maintaining the corner, and since he has that, he's able to pressure well.
Oh.
Right back in there. Where you go? Come on.
You paid for this. Yeah, this is rough. Gotta watch out. Again, the throw comes in. You have to be so careful because drive impact could potentially come, but the stand light kick into the full confirm is going to be lights out. No! Doesn't matter. Shimmy Hendrix closes out strong. Grit your teeth.
Hamood Boy elimina a B-Boy
giving us a 2-1 there. Nail biter
y
for
se pasa
sure.
la ronda 2,
Not
loser top
able
16.
to clutch it out there. What a great match. I love watching the mirror, like you said, because it really comes down to how can you maximize the character and what are you putting on the table that your opponent is not. And I feel like Hamood he was more well-rounded there. He had all the options on display. It wasn't just the anti-airs. It was changing up the pressure during drive rush. The throw loops were precise and just was not afraid to continue pushing the envelope, I would say.
Sometimes in the mirror match, you may have a style that's successful versus other characters, but specifically in the mirror match or versus some types of people who like playing in the mirror matchup, your style may not be as successful. So for Viwasim, I understand that playing a more reserved, neutral style can be really effective for Luke in lots of matchups.
Buah.
The way that Hamood was playing, I think did a great job of overcoming that.
Tanto que le costó abrir a Bot Boy
he just insists about
para
getting out of
terminar
the corner,
perdiendo
getting
de
right
esta
back to where he
forma.
wanted to be. Whereas that same kind of like insistence didn't really come from Viwasim quite as often. When it did, he had success.
Yeah.
It just wasn't quite as frequent, and so Hamood is the one who moves on.
Yeah, choosing that the lower variance.
Ahora viene Uchiha versus Fruit. Pakistán contra Emiratos Árabes Unidos. El que gane se enfrentará a YSF-B en la ronda 2. Y luego por último Abu contra Legend G, que va a ser Pakistán versus Jordania. Y el que gane se
Even if you're
enfrentará
playing a low
a
variance
Azis.
play, all Hamood has to do is get those 2 hits. And then once he controls the corner, we saw what he was able to pull off. So wonderful showing from Viwasim there. Hamood is going to be moving on and 1 away from a top 8 berth here in the CPT Middle East. We still have more losers matches to cover, but we have even
Descanso
more
de 5
tournaments that
minutos.
have been
Penúltimo
going on.
descanso.
I know that we had some results earlier because the World Warrior is getting closer and closer to the finals. I want to shout out the community because there's actually a spreadsheet that we've had delivered, and it has updated every single time. I believe it is Super Yan. Thank you for updating that spreadsheet of every World Warrior performance, and it's just going to keep on getting even more intense. We just had Shen and Fudo win their respective finals, and we are going into even more finals. More Capcom Cup competitors are going to be determined as these finals close out. I know that we have Midwest coming up too, and I believe Canada East as well. So more on the docket, more to see, and actually I believe, Shen just won C. So
yeah, and
keep on the lookout.
France will be this weekend as well.
Wow.
If you want to see the whole list of spreadsheet items there, just on Twitter go to super__Yan. She's put up a great spreadsheet that has all the stuff going on. It's been a blast to watch, and tons more action will be happening as we just mentioned. Please check that out. Something else to check out, very cool thing here is the Buckler's Boot Camp, a free GameLink mobile-friendly website packed with features supporting your enjoyment of Street Fighter 6. I use this pretty often myself. We've talked about this in the past. The frame data that's on this site is very helpful if you're a competitive player, but there's also tons of other stuff that's on the site as well, including some friends stuff, some clubs, ranking info, and more. There's lots of other information on characters, on in-game events, on rewards, on updates. Just a lot to do over there at Buckler's Boot Camp, so please check it out and make the most of your Street Fighter journey.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything you need to enjoy Street Fighter 6, and frame data is available for everyone. It's sometimes it's a construct, but
it matters. It
does
really
matter.
does.
Corte de 5 minutos, así que nos vemos.
Exactly. You cannot break the rules unless you know how to follow them and how everything is supposed to function, because then you can start to really break it down. As we been breaking down these matches, we've got to go into another break because we've got more loser side action to decide what our top 8 is going to be for tomorrow. Only 1 life remains for these players, and it's the fight of their life because a Capcom Cup 10 spot is on the line, And make sure you stay online because we will see you soon as we get through the rest of Middle East.
You're really making all of this by hand.
Oh yeah, the avocados are hand mashed, the chips are hand tossed, and everything is made fresh.
You make it fresh every day?
Yes, every day. The Chipotle way is we make it fresh every day.
Sounds delicious.
Time to work, time to work. When inhaled, coriammertin blocks the gamma-aminobutyric acid receptors in the central nervous system, causing spasmodic muscle contractions.
Master, it's a work of art! It's perfect!
What to do with you now? So, shall we put him out of his misery? Time for some experimentation. I bet poison would work wonders on you. Poison's on the menu.
My magnum opus!
Is my poison kicking in?
Street Fighter 6.
Capcom Pro Tour World Warrior event is coming into its final stretch, and we actually have our very first qualifier out of this program. Mike X has qualified through the Canada West World Warrior Regional Final. I mean, I want to say dominating fashion, but I don't think that really emphasizes just how dominant this was. This was, do we have a term for a perfect tournament? A clean sweep? No games dropped? We need a term for that.
Like, we have something for OCV. We need to have something for somebody just going through and smoking a whole tournament. You got to think all of these other players, this is one of the most important tournaments, if not the most important tournament of their lives, trying to get into Capcom Cup, $2 million on the line, and Mike X just said nah to every single person. Absolutely dominating the competition with that Ken and that Luke. Congratulations to you, my brother. And I just want to make sure we give a shout out to Nate Banks for being that runner-up in grand finals with Marisa. Almost had our first Marisa in Capcom Cup, but not quite yet. At least there, can BigBird do it? That may change things. But I do know one thing. We are officially at that point where all of our World Warrior finals are happening. It's exciting, and the winner of these events make it in the Capcom Cup. You get second, third, or whatever. You get some money, I guess, but it ain't a million. It ain't a milli, Brian. You get me. Make sure you guys are tuning in to all of these World Warrior events to see who is going to punch their ticket in the Capcom Cup.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Capcom Pro Tour 2023. We are here in the Middle East today for the loser side of Top 16, as we have already determined our winner side of Top 16. I'm Jake Ryan with Ultra David, covering all of the action today and tomorrow to determine which of our players will be qualifying for Capcom Cup 10 and a chance at the $1 million. We had so many great matches so far, and losers is only getting more exciting as we finish the first round of losers and get to see our players who lost in the first side of winner side step up to the bat again.
Check out the bracket here. We have 2 more matches in the first round of losers side. We're going to be going to Uchiha versus Fruit. After that, Hamood versus Joe FGC, the Legend G. Can I be honest? That's my favorite name.
It's pretty good.
In the top 16.
I really
like it.
It is pretty good. It rolls off the tongue. I feel like I have
got
to.
a nice rhyme to
I
it.
got to rhyme again afterwards, but I don't think anything rhymes with Metplex other than Metplex. So we're going to be seeing that match.
We gave it to you. There
Yeah,
it is.
it's right there.
There it is.
No.
Uchiha versus Fruit is where we're going to be starting off here. Head over to the players in this. You know, 2 players who have a lot of experience against each other, not just in Street Fighter, but in other options as well. And in Fruit, we have somebody who, you know, I remember hearing about, boy, many years ago at this point. I would want to say a decade ago.
Wow.
Quite a long time ago, as being a really strong player in the region. So really cool to see that he's shown up here as well. In loser's side, yes, but still definitely in there.
Yeah, and Uchiha has transitioned pretty well to Street Fighter 6, obviously one of the younger players in the region, and playing the Cammy, so definitely a character that rewards that type of reaction, that type of fast play that you would like to see. Great walk speed, wonderful pressure. Don't even get me started about stand fears. Don't get me started about the pressure that Cammy is able to apply with it.
Aquí estamos. Uchiha versus Fruit.
Honestly,
Que va a ser Pakistán versus Kuwait.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, it's a headbutt. What if
it's like the
was
chart,
just,
the
it just
alignment.
got through fireballs.
Like, oh wow, that would be amazing.
What if?
Yeah.
Blanca's the choice here, as we were talking about.
Blanca
For
versus
Uchiha,
Cammy.
How'd you prepare? I played and stuff. Sweet. For Fruit, ranked practice and watching CPT events worldwide. That is somebody who's doing homework.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't think we got the right answer on the homework there for Uchiha. Found the hit off grab rush and just sat there. Missed the confirm, went for a grab, but on hit, you were definitely more than enough plus. And Fruit is starting
Así es,
to show
Pakistán
what
versus
Blanca is able to do.
Emiratos
What a
Árabes.
jump back.
Punish.
Yeah, this is looking rough. No bar,
Ow.
no paddle, and you are stuck.
Muerto.
This can be a kill here. Little Blanca-chan. Yeah, absolutely. It's not even a question.
No,
it is a question.
Rompió.
Turned out.
Oh, wow. And the perfect parry.
No, it could all go downhill.
You have the level 1 to work with.
Oh,
Oh, no. The shit.
Oh, no.
Block? Nah, that was a grab. What a wake up from Fruit. Utilizing the level 1. Willing to spend the resource. I mean, if that is whip, you get drive impact,
Sobrevivió.
then you die. But, hey, you know what? Put everything on the table. The Fruit flies can't eat all day.
Tradeo. I'm coming.
Oh man, a little stare down in situations like these is always difficult to know how to approach as a player.
Absolutely. Ooh, counter hit right there. Tried to challenge on the spin knuckle. little bit too slow. You can try to sneak it out there with your 4-framer. But it is hard. Ooh. Nice. Punish counter. A little bit too high on the dive kick. Lightning Beast. This is when this character really starts to come online. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Gonna see how this pays off. Are you gonna cash out on it? No, just lets it run out, but the up ball. Love that. And now burnout for Uchiha. All you have is a super to escape, and it just does not come out.
We've been here before.
Yeah, we saw what happened before. I said it wasn't a question. This time, we have turned the Scantron in. There's no getting it back. Fruit.
Para Fruit.
The first game on the board over Uchiha. And, I mean, there was an opportunity to react there. He had three bars, just wasn't able to find the reaction. Maybe Uchiha a little bit flustered. Blanca can be incredibly oppressive, worrying about all the pieces of the mental stack. You have the command grab. You have, obviously, Lightning Beast to worry about, drive impact, you name it.
Sure, regular frame traps, got a lot of stuff.
Ooh!
Here we go.
God. About to burn out, but doesn't
into the boy.
The little man.
Lovely whip punish. No. Okay.
So good. Got the start of it.
Yeah, just has to be pressing down medium punch.
Yeah, and I like the spacing there on the spiral arrow from Uchiha, because even if it was blocked, you're not going to get punished. So it's full range, but it doesn't matter. The pain is coming. Oh my god, the burnout. Pixel in a dream.
This is now... Okay, wow.
Match point para Fruit. A punto de eliminar a Uchiha. Uno de los dos pakistaníes que llegaron a top 16.
Just didn't even get counter hit. A little too slow. Uh-oh.
Take the throw.
Wow.
A la pared.
Drive rush jab.
Stagger timing.
Wow.
Big read.
And in those shimmies, you got to be so careful. You'll see the highest level of Cammys, like Punk. They'll go crouch. They'll go down back after going for the shimmy to stop that from happening. It didn't get that much. I got the toes check, but Fruit still about to burn out. No perfect parry this time. Lightning Beast can activate though, and you get different properties on the Blanca-chan depending on how it touches. But the dive. Oh man, the ball was answered excellently, and that is a round on the board. Uchiha. I never see anything beat that Blanca ball. That was pretty good.
Yeah, no, that was great. Yeah, difficult to just pressure him like a normal character, considering that every Blanca would love to do jump back EX ball.
It's like, it hits a certain part of the
bajo. Level 3 lo gasta y al momento para recuperar drive y tener la ventaja de vida. Lock on.
You can do it now.
How I learned to stop worrying and up back ball. That is definitely the mantra you need playing. Same thing with dive kicks. Oh my goodness!
Jump light to the other side. It is bad news now for Fruit. And Uchiha is gonna be hoping to get through into the next game. He does exactly that 1-1.
That was really good. I mean, the thing is, Uchiha noticed that Fruit has the reaction to get the level 1 out to deal not only with the grabs, but the potential drive impact. So goes for the reset during the combo, you know, catches you sleeping at the wheel just a little bit, because if you, in that situation, you can be buffering. It's about the only thing you can really do there. And then once you're blocking, you got to guess for the throw or the drive impact. But again, Uchiha finding that pocket, gets the reset, and takes us to our second game 3 of the day.
We haven't seen too much insistent offenses that was just actually drive canceling forward. Hasn't really been his go-to. I love that we're seeing a more intentionally offensive style to start this game. Yeah. Look at this, it's much more offensive.
Yeah. No way! Not exactly sure what we were going for there, but it is going to be so close. He's there again. It's that boy. What'd he do? He gets the kill.
It's match point for
December
Can I pet that dog? No, you can't pet the Blanca-chan.
No.
It is not a feature.
Blanca can.
He can pet. Yeah, he puts them out.
As he's like rolling over him in Lightning Beast, he like puts his hand out and he activates.
Yeah, he makes sure. That's
match point para Fruit. A punto de eliminar a
but it doesn't matter. Up back ball. The will to keep fighting Lightning Beast. Even though you're in burnout, you get to continue your pressure.
Yeah, I mean, him going into burnout, if he has 2 bars, is definitely less of a cost than for others.
Uh-oh. 2 throws for your trouble. First one came off the hooligan. Plus range. Wow, you challenged?
April Junior.
Did you get the extra body? No.
Y le tiró el Blanca-chan.
Oh, and the shimmy to boot. Goes for it. Didn't have the bar because of the Lightning Beast. And that's more than you could chew right there, Fruit, because now you're looking battered and bruised. We might have to throw the bananas out. Set point here, both sides. Uh-oh. Ooh.
think back to the round that Fruit won. It was him starting out more offense. I'd love to see a little bit more of that. If he could get it going. He does dash in. That's the idea here.
Lockdown once again. Healthy drive gauge on both sides here, and Fruit is just playing it slow, waiting for a little bit more resource to come back. No bite on the shimmy, but no confirm. You can't leave that on the table, especially at this point. And catches! I believe that was the crouch. Medium punch is going to be massive damage into the corner. I'm looking for a drive in back. Looking for a command grab. We haven't seen it just yet. You have to be so careful over at his block. The pressure, unrelenting, able to parry in that situation. One touch, one moment. You have critical art, but it's nothing.
Lo elimina. Fruit elimina Uchiha del torneo y pasa ahí la topo.
Fruit able to do it in that last round. That was highly contentious, I would say. And Uchiha, sorry, you failed the village. There's no going back.
Very good work by Fruit.
Yeah.
Again, I really like that he mixed up his approach. We saw him have success earlier with, you know, a little bit more neutral-based approach. In that final game, what he needed was a little bit more offense, and he brought that back in the final round. Did great work. But sometimes you also get lucky. That's what happened there too, is he happened to be doing jump fierce as Uchiha happened to be pressing the crouching normal, and did a great job to Fruit at really taking big advantage of that.
Yeah, sometimes it does just work out, and there was a couple key moments too where Fruit had the correct reaction, you know, dealing with the throw while in burnout, where when Uchiha was in burnout, there was just a couple of key misses in that first game, obviously. Had the critical art available, had the level 1 as well. Either would have worked and just did not have it. And here, again, utilizing their own drive impact in an incredibly strong way, which gave them this second game. And I mean, yeah, like you said, that's another.
You get lucky a couple times.
It's all it takes. Your mistake, my reward.
I really like this series right here. This was him maybe being able to kill if he spent all bars, but he saw that there.
Ay.
Was no defensive choices.
Last moment in the last match, I saw in the replay, I saw the OD flash, so I think it was a super attempt, but I missed it.
Hamood contra The Legend G, Marisa versus DJ, 35 contra 27 años.
There's so many birds in this tournament. 3 birds to be counted, and Hamood is going to be playing the DJ, and on the other side, Jordan FGC, The Legend G on the Marisa, see what they can do. Please stay tuned, because this is going to be a match to remember, and this is a match that I actually don't get to see as often. I mean, I think the latest time that I have seen it is Shuto versus the likes of Fudo or Yamaguchi. Obviously, Street Fighter League Japan has been a great place to see Shuto shine, and this is going to be a good one here, because Marisa could have a pretty hard time in this matchup. But as BigBird has said, all you need is one to sit. All you need is one opportunity, right? And you'll do 80%, a couple pokes here or there. You know, real hard work.
Yeah, I mean, that is the design of that character. I think it's a really cool design. That's true. That can be a little bit volatile for the opponent and for you sometimes as well as the player. For Hamood, what was your first fighting game? Street Fighter 5.
That's good.
That's where it began.
Yeah.
And for the Legend G, I grew up playing Street Fighter. I've been playing since I was 10 years old. Also very cool to get a look at the Jordanian FGC. They're represented by Legend G. Pakistan on Hamood's side.
Pakistan.
What'd you do to prepare for CPT? Hamood says struggle and hard work.
Ooh.
Looking like he is prepared coming into this thing.
Yeah,
lovely crouching jab, actually, to trade. That was key in that situation. Could have died otherwise.
Oh, man, it's not coulda. It shoulda. And,
there it is.
Yeah, would have been nice to survive a little bit longer in that first round. Legend G is having a rough time to start, but that was so good. And then the drop afterwards. Hamood is coming out on top, and again,
out of there.
A couple of mistakes, couple of
very
different
intensive play.
Yeah.
From Joe FGC, Hamood takes advantage.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
No, hidropeo también.
Okay.
And the
denied.
Parry.
You are fired.
This is actually probably feels anyway. Oh no! He had so much more bar.
Nice the stance up. Now, oh yeah, you're done. Can't. Yeah, that's checkmate.
Well, what's good about that too
Primer
is that
set
it's possible
ganado
to maybe
para
have to have done like
Hamood.
another button or a special in between, but you risk then giving the opponent enough drive gauge meter that it wouldn't have gotten the chip go. So I like it. That's good. Good choice.
Maximum!
And Amu immediately busting out, not letting the Legend G getting any pressure. And the thing that's so scary here too that the Legend has been having a problem with is as soon as you go into burnout, if your opponent gets the initiative back, then Marisa can't really do much without meter. And oh my goodness, this is where you want to be. Wow, oh no. This is the worst possible situation. Everything Marisa uses loses here to grab.
Está en
You're
burnout.
gonna see it once, maybe twice. Oh, wow, nice tech. Oh!
Rompe
That
armor.
was such a smart Gladius. Goes straight through the armor of Drive Impact.
She can't
Finds
contend
Rompe
better than
armor
most
match
characters even when she's
para
burned out.
the
In those
Legend
situations, do the
G.
armor.
Yeah, the armor from the parry, the armor from the Gladius. A lot of great options, but again, that's the same mistake we've seen twice here from the Legend.
Throw. No.
Out of the corner.
Ooh.
No. My intention was to move even further out of the corner. No, denied. Hamu. Oba. No.
Yikes, about to burn out as well. The overhead does not connect, which means it's a punish. And another burnout situation. No, the fireball was not
I
optional.
will bury you.
Run away. Betting it essentially on
Nada.
this round.
Match point para
To spend
Hamood.
2 bars
A
there,
punto de
you know,
eliminar a
you get out of the
Legend
situation,
G.
but you are nevertheless still in a bad spot.
It was a risky investment. What a whip punish into the full conversion right there, too. On the charge, Gladius immediately going to be level 3. Not burnout yet. But again, only the 1 bar to escape, so it can beat strikes, but Pro could be in your future. We've already seen what Amu has been able to present. Goes for the sway, and the jump out was massive. Now, this is where Joe the Legend FGC can make it happen in the corner. No punish, interesting. Yikes.
Very
All
bad.
these individual hits are adding up.
No.
Oh, no. Could have been the end. With
Maximum!
punish,
Yahoo!
EX up kicks is gonna be it as Amu moves forward.
Amu elimina a Legend G del torneo y él pasa a la ronda 2 luce para buscar la clasificación al top
Not
8.
gonna work out for him.
Yeah, still love that Jordan had that representation here, too.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, Jordan FGC, the Legend G with the Marisa. A couple of unfortunate pressure sequences there where it just did not connect with the Marisa, which gave Amu more than enough mileage to really close out. And, you know, a statement of a finish with the OD up kicks, right? It says, all right, this is how committed and how confident I am in this connecting. If it's blocked,
Así que vamos con
I mean,
Metplex versus
so it
Volcano
goes,
Rosso.
but able to make it work out.
En
Amu with another
2-2-1.
2-0 on the board. Legend G's run here ends at top 16. Nothing to be upset about. Still an amazing performance. that we're
Vamos
able
con
to see here.
Metplex
So
versus Volcano Rosso.
you have done your region.
Luke versus
You've done your
Juri?
region proud. You've done Jordan proud, and continue playing, man. I really mean it.
Luke
because
versus Juri?
You've got great promise, and Amu's going to get another opportunity to move on to that top 8 potentially. But we're not there just yet. We have another match coming up here pretty soon.
Metplex.
Yeah.
Metplex versus IW Volcano Rosso is where we're headed now.
Oh,
Taking a look here at the 2 players.
No,
We
Kyle.
have Turkey for Volcano Rosso, UAE for
Finally the Guile.
And we're seeing a different look here for Volcano Rosso.
Yeah,
we
that's
talked
right.
about it earlier. We're going to be seeing the Guile currently be hovered. And I love Guile into Juri, actually, because Juri's whole game plan is controlling the pace, get in, make sure that you start your pressure, and then also just really make it so that the space is yours, not only the air but the ground. With your amazing dash, you have the DP, which is it's so easy to input, right? Super good. She has like plus on so many different options, and Guile is the wall, right?
Yeah,
so
that makes
anytime
sense.
Juri wants to move forward, you have upside down kick to work with. You have sonic booms. Obviously, you have you have the trap he can set up as well. It's like, oh, if you want to go through here, you have to go. Do I throw another boom? If you try to sweep me on this, I can wake up with OD flash kick, and then you get absolutely smoked. What's it going to be?
Vamos.
Round 2 losers to determine who moves on to top 8 loser side. Metplex versus IW Volcano Rosso. And it's going to be Guile with the immediate drive impact to start off. And not what you'd expect from a guy. I'm not going to lie. Oh, no.
Yeah, it is a pretty active Guile style so far. Oh, maybe. Backing off, there's the wall that we're talking about.
And it's that perfect spacing, too, where if you get the jump, it's going to be hard to get over the boom, depending on the timing, and then flash kick is looming in the back. So far, no perfect parries to be found in that place. Doesn't have an answer.
So they're all different boom timings. Oh, suddenly they're all slow.
Oh, yep.
And Volcano Rosso had known that he set it up. Pretty sweet little setup right there. Gonna do it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that Sonic setup was way too good. Gotta go fast.
Y con perfect.
So with a perfect off the start, and the anti-airs have been clean overhead. Wow, it caught the jump. I think that was what we saw there. Yikes! Yep, nice reaction there from Metplex. Finding the way in with the drive impact reaction.
Yeah.
Here's your chance. The whole pair offense really for the first time.
Drive impact
set it up again as he moves forward. Link it, yes! And first real corner situation for Metplex.
I love that, setting up the fireball as well, catching the hold parry, wasn't a punish counter, but still a lot in the tank to work with. Here's the thing, you are in kill range.
Yes.
Volcano Rosso needs one touch, could have gone into super there, but just didn't cancel in time. Waits ever so patiently, maybe looking for a whip punish. There it is, the jump again, flash kick is the answer. And it's time, level 2. Can you deal with my booms and me? Trying to keep the little guy down, and the little boom doesn't work. That was so smart. Too confident in the boom's protection.
Yeah, that was enough to kill.
Nice. Changing it up. Last time we saw the overhead, this time we saw the throw because the jump was already stuck. Huge counter. Oh no!
Yeah, the intention was there clearly, but Metplex takes advantage well. And almost has the corner yet again, though. Volcano Rosso's defense comes into play again. Classic trap.
Just jump the boom. It's that simple.
That's what they say.
Again, the raw drive impact this time. No answer from Netflix. Finding the opportunity, not spending out just yet.
That was a gigantic opportunity, maybe to take the round, maybe the game.
Yeah, I think off of the drive rush cancel there, you could have gotten the kill. But now you're going to need an even more clean it. Critical art is there, so now it's one touch, both sides. We saw the level 2 install last time.
No.
Oh, and you just keep...
Slightly different boom timings. Honestly, he's doing a pretty good job fixing it up.
Huge.
However, big problem. CA is there.
Yeah.
Surely going to be game 1 for Metplex.
Surely it is done, and the stage was their temple. Right here, Volcano Rosso now at a deficit of 1 game. Metplex trying to push their way into top 8. And it was really great decisions the entire time on the side of Guile. Volcano Rosso here, and we're going to get the graphic fix there in just a moment. But a little too patient at the end of the game. Like, you know, spending the level 2 install and not getting the close out there.
Yeah.
Maybe instead of going for the flash kick, getting the reaction with the critical art or even the level 3 would have gotten the kill, but
think back to the first round and a half when Volcano Rosso was really in control. It was in part because he moved actively towards the corner.
Yeah.
Since then, it's been a pretty different style. As Metplex takes advantage of the first opportunity to play offense, getting the corner as a result after the parry.
Yeah, and that's the hardest part too. You're letting Juri play her game, and you do not want that to happen. If you can't keep the wall going.
¡No! ¡Qué dropeo! Pero ahí que estoy viendo que Metplex abrió el marcador a 1-0.
In burnout, you can't even punish the dive kick. Level 1 super Hail Mary. I don't think that's enough.
No lo mata.
Get the done, but your boom.
No, falló el punish.
Very unfortunate.
Yikes.
And even
no!
Lo mata. Match point para Metplex.
Couple of
it's getting a little scrambly out there.
Yeah, there's a lot being left on the table here for Volcano Rosso, which would have changed the entire pace of the game, the entire narrative.
Flash kick.
Volcano Rosso is now the one who is at potential tournament point for himself. Needs to find a way to keep this going. Nice block on the overhead.
Knew it. Never even stood, or never even crouched at all. Only stood. Yeah. Totally knew where Volcano Rosso was going. Now, as we mentioned, when he had success before, it was here. It was specifically in this spot.
Yep.
So I like the Volcano Rosso battled into this position.
Nice.
Under the circumstances they're playing, and I really
La
like
pared
Guile
otra vez.
right here. I think this is a very strong position.
Oh no, and the overextension with the drive impact. Definitely an unforced error. And no anti-air this time though. Back throw incident. You are stuck once again in creating that space. Wants to always be at that space because even the jump in doesn't reach, but now a huge touch. Do you spend the 3 bars here to critical art? Not just yet. Knows that one more touch is needed, and the shimmy is what unlocks that top 8 berth for Metplex. What looked so good for Volcano Rosso, what looked like in control, a first game that was an imminent victory is now a definite defeat. Metplex with a 2-0 over the Guile. Volcano Rosso, you're going to have to try again next time because
Metplex elimina a Volcano Rosso del torneo. 2-0.
Wow, that was really...
El único turco que había eliminado.
It was a tale of a couple of
Ahora viene el último descanso de 5 minutos y nos vemos después de ello con los últimos 3 matches que nos quedan.
When he kind of gave it up, and when Metplex himself battled into it actively, more affirmatively. So a lot of different looks in that. Again, under the circumstances that I think they're probably playing in here, between the UAE and Turkey.
Yeah.
I really like this. Like, Guile in this situation is very difficult to overcome because you're the one with the sort of advantage. Like, you're the first mover, if that makes sense, and forcing the opponent to like react to you. That said, in the other moments when Metplex himself had pressure and movement, he was doing the same thing to Volcano Rosso, and that is difficult to contend with in that circumstance too. So a big tail of the matchup was that, I think. Yeah, here's the little overextension.
Yeah.
That was so close to Volcano Rosso taking game one, and it all fell apart.
Yeah, and it was a different a different form that we were seeing from Volcano Rosso, because staying at that space as Guile, that's your comfort zone, right? There was no need to really push to end at that moment, especially because you had the whole duration of level 2 to work with. But again, the stress, the thought of, you know, a top 8 spot for your region in the Middle East, another chance at getting to the Capcom Cup 10. It's a lot. So wanting to end it quickly, wanting to like impose your will, be in control, is definitely something that is to be considered. And that was, you know, biting off more than you can chew, overextending, and it will happen, right? Say the DP doesn't come out there, we have a different story in our hands. Maybe we go to a game 3, maybe we go to a 2-0.
Ok, viene un descanso de 5 minutos.
Is moving on, though. That is what we have determined from that set.
Exactly right. Yeah, we have 3 more matches in losers' side. It will be Hamood versus Abood. But first, we wanted to talk about other matches that are going on that are a blast to watch, and not just the matches too. There's a lot of other stuff to watch on Street Fighter League. It's a very interesting format. You know, it's really cool to get perspectives from the players, to get a little bit more of the sort of perspective of the folks that they have on talent there. Great choices. They're killing it. Always a blast to see them. There's a new time. If you were watching the first couple episodes of Street Fighter League US, you know that they were originally airing later on, but now it's at 4 p.m.
Ok, descanso de 5 minutos, el último, y ya nos vemos con los últimos 3 matches que nos faltan.
Interesting perspectives on that. I really recommend that you check it out.
Yeah, get to see more of the birds in the VODs if you really want to, but we have other matters to cover. And if you played a little bit too much Street Fighter 6 today, well, guess what? You can unwind with Pockets, because if you want to take a break, like we said, go over to Buckler's Boot Camp, where you can see frame data and much more, because you can play your Pockets minigame and develop your own character and train cute dog characters. You got Ryu right there. We've got Ken on the other side. You could have a pocket Ken literally and in your pocket right there. It's actually pretty cool. I
can clean my Ryu?
You can clean your Ryu. You can make sure that he is clean so he can execute, all right? He can map the plays so he can play the map, so he can play the stage in the Pockets way he can. So remember to praise and develop your fighters, because, you know, that positive reinforcement might make them more plus on block. That's not true, but I wish it was. Headbutt being +1 would be amazing if you trained your Honda hard enough. But make sure that you show up to the Buckler's Boot Camp, play with your Pockets, and register as a member so that you can work up a good sweat together once again. And after you're sweating, we're not sweating anything, because I actually know what's back, right? It's Chipotle. Chipotle is back once again, and it is carne asada on the menu. We've got meaty so tender, so clean, that they're going to cut through the competition. Make sure that you get everything in your carne asada plate: lime, cilantro, and signature spices, so that you can keep your mix-up extra nices. That's what I'm saying here, because Chipotle has been supporting the FGC and the Capcom Pro Tour. Make sure that you get yourself a carne asada bowl before it's gone. Once again, limited time. Remember, don't miss out. Look at that guac. It looks so good. I'm not gonna lie. I've been looking at that guac. I'm ready. It's time to eat up.
I've been looking at it.
I've been eating. We've been eating good for Street Fighter, though. We've been eating good.
You're absolutely right about that. And there's still more on the menu. We have 3 matches remaining in losers' side, as we mentioned before. Hamood versus Abood B-Boy, YSF-B versus
Hamood versus Abood B-Boy,
Azis versus Amu. That's what you have left to look forward to. Don't go anywhere.
Ahí está.
Chipotle's carne asada is back. It's our most tender cuts of steak, grilled and seasoned with cumin, oregano, and coriander. Finished with fresh lime and hand-chopped cilantro. Carne asada. This is our best steak.
Ok, el último descanso. No puede ser. Qué publicidad de mierda. Encima es una publicidad de 3 minutos. Ok, así que nos vemos en breve. Para no mostrar esto tanto, vamos a cambiar de pantalla. Y nos vemos ahora en 3 minutos. Mm. Hasta que termine la pausa. A ver si ya regresó. Ya regresó unos momentos. Ya regresó. Perfecto. Aquí estamos. ...30 segundos.
That's what we have to figure out before we know who's in the top 8 and will be playing tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Try to qualify for Capcom Cup. I'm Ultra David. Jake Ryan is with me.
Oh yeah.
How are you feeling about these upcoming final matches?
It's been a great morning, and I'm happy that we get to see now the
Boy versus Hamood. Uf, uno de ellos se nos va.
Come back and show how they have
Hamood
adapted, how
boy.
they've adjusted. And the thing that is a benefit coming from the winner side is they've been able to watch all of these matches. They've been able to scout out what their opponent is bringing to the table and how they are going to approach these matchups. Because now it's do or die. You got to play a little bit earlier, and now you are back in action. We just saw Metplex get in the top 8 from the loser's side. We have 3 more players trying to do so. And we're going to take a look at the bracket right now, just so you can catch up here on the action. Like I said, Metplex with a 2-0 over Volcano Rosso. Going to be moving forward. And Volcano Rosso looked like he was in control for a lot of that set, but it came tumbling down.
Hamood contra Boy, luego YSF versus Fandroid y Azis contra Hamood. El último representante que queda de Pakistán y el resto que quedan son Emiratos Árabes Unidos.
Yeah, I know. But need more Red Bull to give me the wings.
7 p.m.
Madre
right
mía.
now,
Yeah.
Por Dios. Malditas trabas.
That was his response. So it may be Chun, but it may also be
Aquí vamos.
Yeah. I can see it happening.
Esto va a ser Chun versus Luke.
And Abood on the other side here.
Boy contra Hamood. Para el top 8 loser side.
Who moves on to top 8?
Players from the UAE loading up. You know that they must have experience against each other. Both Dubai.
Solid connection between these two. You got to make sure you practice with everybody that you can to get to this point. And Abood B-Boy playing that full screen game just right outside of the Hassan shoot. Doesn't want to play that in, but the drop right there. Huge opportunity to get a little bit more damage. It just does not happen. Anti-air displayed early.
She's got a lot of choices on that. And able to get damage and corner carry out of it too. It's very nice. But very patient style for both. Neither one feels like they need to overcommit it. It's a slight lively for Hamood, and that really means that he gets to set the pace if he wants.
Yeah, I don't ever need to get into crowd range of
Y vida
on my
Marisa.
own terms to jump back. Not work out.
Lo mata.
That was a great. It wasn't even.
No, ahora sí lo mata. Le baitió el Ray Impact.
Trying to jump. Hamood able to get the first round on the board, and like you said, as soon as the lead was established for Chun, I'm sitting full screen. You have to approach me. Throw your sandblast. I don't care.
It can be very slow played. Both of these characters are more than capable of that. They both have big bursts, of course, but they have so many different tools. It doesn't need to be that way. Here's Hamood.
Wow.
Okay, nice little read out of Hamood.
Level 2.
They definitely know each other well.
Tiger knee legs, super good there against the grab. Do we go for a reset when we land? You have to be so careful. The drive impact, not coming out just yet. Just
too close.
Going for a little more pressure, yeah. Too negative on the fireball.
Remember, it was very light corner pressure after the connection was found on combo. Hamood actually backdashed and then whiff punished the DI last time. So similar story here. Didn't feel the need to overcommit. There for the anti-air. Tries it out a little bit. Okay, confirmed.
It's not going to be enough to kill here, but again, now it's a one-touch scenario. Goes for the toe taps.
And then, see ya. No need to do too much.
Lo mata. 1-0 para Hamood.
Great anti-air, but also very whiff punishable against grounding players. They are brothers, in fact. Wow, okay, we didn't have the intel until now. Thanks so much for the info. They're brothers. Love to see it. Bummer that you got to take your brother out on either side, but they are going to know each other's gameplay better than anybody else on Earth.
That's so tragic. Dinner is going to be one awkward conversation. But again, you'll have your #1 fan and your #1 supporter on the side. The brother match is a beautiful thing. This is great. Thank you, Twitch chat.
Yeah.
The power of the community, see? Without you, could we really make it happen?
They actually even gave us their last names in slightly different writings in Latin script, so interesting. That's probably why I didn't connect with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And a little bit of a different approach here from Hamood, able to answer the drive rushes, but staying closer, where I do believe Luke can have the advantage here. It's up to Chun to find a way out of the corner now. Hamood Oh, wow, the check. And that should be it for the round here.
Yep.
Level 1? Yeah. Sorry, little bro.
And miss.
Yeah. Sorry, big bro, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, we got to check this one out. Oh, and the stare down right here. Two brothers, mid-screen, playing Street Fighter. Nice.
Nice confirm. It's into the corner. Just great awareness.
Nice. Wow, went for the Zanju afterwards.
Match point para Hamood.
So again, safe. Not the hardest thing. It will beat throws there, so. Again, just walking it back, utilizing the launch speed, making a boot, and that drive gauge to close the gap.
Oh. These are 3 perfect parries in a row.
And I love that, attacking the drive gauge, going for the drive back there. Could have got a little bit more damage, but now burnout is much more valuable.
Well, to what end is the question? What does he get out of it?
Ooh,
The answer is not a whole lot.
Que Hamood quiere despertar, pero Hamood parece que quiere terminar con esto de una vez, aunque lo dejó también en burno.
The 2 bars on deck.
Oh,
so scary.
No.
Where is it? Not going to go for the drive impact, just bring it up. Plus.
Se escapó de la pared.
No. Maybe for the kill.
Se muere.
Maybe not. Miss might be close.
No, no lo mata, pero lo dejar en Guess for Game.
So this next knockdown is a guarantee.
Lo mata.
Anyway, it's
He's dead. Hamood elimina a Bot Boy. 2-0.
Hamood eliminates his brother up.
And we Abood adieu for that match right there. And there's not much you can do.
Yeah, okay, I can see it now that we look at the profiles yet again.
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
Family resemblance.
Maybe I don't know. If you're looking at these pictures, I do think that Abood would be the older brother. I might be mistaken, but it's definitely that thing. It's like when you play with your younger brother when you first started, and it's like you're just beating him down. Abood is older, all right. And then Hamood shows up, and like the little brother has now been formed into the fighting game player that I mean, always wanted them to be.
Age 26 and age 25, so there's not a huge gap.
A small difference. It's my turn on the PC. It's my turn on the PlayStation.
As an older brother, as an oldest brother, in fact, among 3, I do know that any age difference is relevant.
Oh yeah.
And any loss to your brother is the worst.
Oh yeah. This is definitely a loss to remember. And it's one where you go into the next tournament and be like, hey, remember that time I beat you in the CPT?
I don't even want to play Mario Kart against my bro.
I don't even
Don't tell him I said that, because he's bad at it. I can totally beat him, but every time we play, he wins somehow, so I don't want to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. You wouldn't let him talk. You wouldn't let him play with your Pocket Spider, right? He'd mess your Honda up. Can't let
I would have to clean my Honda a lot.
Yeah, you can't have that happen. And again, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. I mean, if you're gonna lose to anybody, it would be one of your closest training partners.
Of course.
So,
yeah, I mean, jokes aside.
Yeah.
Super cool that they have built-in training partners.
Ahora viene YSF-B versus Fruit.
Both of them for being so strong. One has made top 8, as you see there. The other one 9th place. So excellent work to both. But it will be Hamood versus
Blanca versus Onda
in top 8, which we will get to tomorrow. Now we're going to be going to YSF-B versus
Blanca versus Onda.
Yeah, coming up here again. This is one of the matches we were really looking forward to. I know it was so close. There was a couple of adjustments that we wanted to see because Honda was popping off for a minute, but there was a couple of unforced errors. Too many butt slams.
Blanca
the unstoppable
Onda.
urge to butt slam.
The urge.
The urge
you just feel
to
it's
slam.
tugging at you constantly.
You're like, what if I just
press up plus button?
I can't help myself.
Bahrein versus Emiratos Árabes Unidos.
I love it.
Segunda y última oportunidad para YSF-B para poder llegar a top 8
But again, we have Upball on the other side with Fruit.
Pero tendrá que derrotar al Blanca de Fruit de Emiratos Árabes Unidos.
A match of there's going to be a lot of velocity on both sides here.
Yeah. It is a matchup that I feel, and I think Blanca players agree, is a win for Honda. He just has great solutions to ball. He has great solutions to Blanca's forward movement in general, and just kind of prevents Blanca from doing stuff that is effective in many other matchups. At the same time, Honda's pressure is good versus Blanca. So it's just kind of like again, I don't think that there's a blow-up matchup in this game.
Yeah.
But if I had to give it to one character, I would say I would give it to Honda. That said, you know, if that urge is too strong, if the urge is just overwhelming,
perfect parry might be your undoing.
That could be the problem.
So I have a question here too, because I wanted to break it down as like you play the Honda versus Blanca matchup. Maybe not the most, but
pretty often actually.
Yeah. Wow. that's great, actually. Yeah, that's right. In Burbank, you get to play against one of our local Blanca players, Air Jordan, and he is like, super strong.
Soka does have good Blanca players. Viscant made 9th in CPT.
True, that's right. Yeah, so we got a plethora of Blanca players. So the one thing I wanted to ask is how well does Honda deal with up back ball, a typical defensive option? That,
headbutt, dude. Headbutt is air invul.
It's
so
just the ultimate answer.
If Blanca is twirling in the sky, you have a solution. That said, you have to have back charge, and he didn't there, so great awareness by Fruit to...
Hoy le quería hacer el ocho throw, pero hizo lo inteligente Fruit al saltar atrás.
From air traffic controller normal. Again, good old headbutt. Do it again. No, oh, that was up plus button. That was a butt slam, and there's another one. Wait a minute, I've seen this somewhere before.
Tradeo y tiene gran ventaja de vida y es
with no bar. This is looking rough.
Bien,
Full screen.
evitó
Oh, no.
caer en el mix-up de la bola.
The boy's loose.
No,
What if you could just go right on over it? The Aki versus
se quedó en burnout, eso es malo.
Oh, and yeah,
Lo
this
mata.
is such a hard sequence right there. Keeps it.
Primer
Fruit
round
along strength with the drive
para
rush into the low.
YSF-B.
It's the first round against Fruit.
You know what? That's one of the things I was talking about. But he just has better solutions than most characters. You can just do headbutt over a little boy.
Just headbutt into headbutt. Oh, what a safe jump, and this is going to be massive damage. A one-touch situation for YSF-B.
No,
and
ahora sí lo mata.
Yeah, that's going to be the first game. Honda with the perfect. Oh, man. It looks like the butt slam
1-0 para
beating the Blanca
YSF-B.
ball at this moment, at this juncture.
If you're Blanca, you hope that Honda would kind of like make a bad move and let you get things going. Yeah, here's a great example, right? Because you're kind of like hunting for that. But otherwise, in neutral, can't be difficult to get going.
Yeah, your typical option to start, maybe even short or far Blanca ball, and get completely stuck because of the power of the headbutt. And it's what Honda wants to be doing anyway. So
Right.
they're like, oh, my
It's not like, oh man, I got to do a headbutt. Oh, I guess.
I hate
You're
that.
doing it.
I hate that special. No, that's why you're playing it. You're like, oh, I get to do it. And then now the fear from Fruit of the headbutt, looking for the perfect parry, allows Yusuf to unlock.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Once they start looking for the headbutt, you start winning.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of great Honda stuff here. The light headbutt, bait a parry, move forward without really too much worry.
Yeah. Oh, a little bit too short on the parry. A little bit too short on the grab. Yeah, on back ball.
Time for offense? Yeah, a little bit at least.
Here
we go.
Take the
One more
throw
grab will do
again.
it. That's exactly what we're going to be looking for. Yep, the tech comes out excellently. YSF-B.
Oh, the urge is growing.
I know. All answers.
The urge.
Our butt slam.
Okay, nice. He's not giving into the urge.
Oh,
the
there
urge.
it is. Oh, I can't help myself. You know, it pairs well with butt slam. Another headbutt. Oh, let's see. Air to air. Yeah.
Hoy la back. La back jump.
Wow, great composure. And again, right back to the well. Butt slam round start. Why not? Anti-air does come through, and this is where Fruit can really start to shine because the attacks have been so good. Wow! What a great adjustment from Yusuf. The drive rush into the throw, and now in the corner, it is a one-touch situation. You are in the kill zone. Interesting counter hit. How negative is that clap there?
Oh, it is negative. I'm surprised you pressed the button.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. The press right back. Even though you got a counter hit, I've got a counter measure. The level 3 will do it, and now it is set point for Yusuf. Fruit has all the meter in the world. And you cash out. There's always money in a banana stand. Is there enough money
South America
Fruit to use, though?
Here's the start. He's got 3 bars.
Ooh! And the install. The extra extensions you can get from this really unlocks the air. Uh-oh. It's time to
here you are. This is good.
Oh, yeah. And you're burnt out. No bar on the side of Yusuf. You're going to have to hold this.
Oh.
You can hold this one as well. Maybe another one. Oh, drive
No,
back. Absolutely. Luckily. No more lightning beast to work with. The little man's got a plan. See what Blanca Chan can do. So much damage. Another one. Ooh, it caught the headbutt.
Foolish
Nice.
counter. Tomato?
Here he is.
He's still there. He's bouncing. No, he's not.
One bar in a dream. Almost in burnout for Fruit, but
No
I
mata.
will get out on my own terms. Saw you turn green. It's time for me to be mean. It's not easy being green. Blanca says so. He sees the colors change in real time. And now we are on game 3 between these two to decide another competitor for top 8 and tomorrow's play. Headbutt. The great equalizer. Ooh,
yep,
again.
knocked down again in the corner. Fruit out of there.
Even though you escaped, though, look at the drive gauge.
Yeah, no, it's true.
And right back.
Again denied. Fruit really wants to go up into the sky in those situations we talked about before.
Again, the grab. The perfect parry did not work out.
Qué
More
over.
touch will do it, and it is
Match
just
point nuevamente para
continued pressure. I think
YSF-B.
that was another jump. I think Fruit is trying to do
It's a
up back
foul, right?
ball. And Yusuf has noticed that real quick. Finally, an anti-air on the butt slam. No perfect parry. And the urge is still strong. Let's see if it comes out again. Another perfect parry, but the tech safe.
Oh, Ronaldinho.
Wow!
It worked. And EX up
Oh,
broke again
Ronaldinho.
as well.
That was the
Oh,
double
Fruit's
damage.
trying to turn it off. Really wanted to get offense going there. Oh, boy. Okay. Man, they oh no, burned himself out. Oh boy.
And there it is. No level 1 to
Ooh.
react. It's not going to be enough to kill, but this is so much damage.
Hey.
The full drive gauge is Fruit's reward here.
Safe jump
Yeah,
into.
casi already qualified.
Okay, just taking off 2 bars of drive gauge.
Yeah, we haven't seen the command grab just yet. And even though Fruit just got out of burnout,
Already.
back to 2 bars. Lightning Beast
Oh, nice.
is coming out
Whoa,
huge here. Gets the Blancachon set up. But the
No.
trade. Oh, no.
Any of those slaps is going to be into super.
Got the burnout too, and there it
Oh,
is.
boy.
No bar
Oh,
as well.
boy.
Oh,
For
no.
the kill?
Yeah, and butt slam into just critical art here. Well, kill goes for the drive impact. And that
Bueno.
is it. We have a Honda in top 8
Bueno,
of
de
the
that,
Combo
world for
Tour.
Brazil
East
players.
qualifier here. YSF-B didn't have to use any of that meter, and Fruit has been sliced. You are done for. 9th place, nothing to be upset about, though. YSF-B with the Honda. He was able to cut through the competition.
Así que tenemos
Some
Honda
very
en top
good
8,
stuff.
pero
Love
por
that we have
losers,
some Honda
eliminando al
representation here in the
Blanca.
CPT. And the urge to butt slam was a
Tenemos a
lot
un
more
jugador de
controlled
Bahrein
here.
clasificado.
But the urge to headbutt
No,
into
tendrá que lidiar
headbutt
contra la
was
Chun de
unleashed.
Hamood.
That is the darkest of urge, the forbidden technique. And I love it because Fruit is, you're doing the right thing, right? You're following the rules. You say, oh, it's my turn to press, right? It's the negative headbutt. But that is why you can break the rules.
It's in the
As soon as
Capcom
you see
main
your
page.
opponent start to
Or
follow the
in
formulaic
the
plan,
Star
you get to
GG.
show them a new look, and that new look was beautiful for Yusuf and really unlocked a lot of these rounds.
Or
There
in
were
the
certainly
Star.
good defensive choices by Fruit.
Or
He
in
had some great
the
offensive series. I think in this round there
Star
was one. Yeah,
GG.
here in this corner, he really did great work.
Leaderboard.
This was great. That said, some of the other defensive situations, you could see he really wanted to go up into the sky for EX ball. He really wanted to move. You know, he wanted to set up some normal stuff, like have the boy move across the screen, which Honda just doesn't have to worry about. Some of that stuff did not serve him ultimately.
Yeah.
And, you know, he played great for the
Bueno,
most part.
Junino was a
Love to
winner.
see him play again, but here, not
Well,
gonna
I think
happen, as
was
Yusuf,
Junino.
as we mentioned, moves forward. So who he'll play against in
The winner
first round of
of-
the top 8?
Oh yeah.
We're not sure yet. It's going to be one of the two in our final remaining match of the top 16 for today. That will be Azis
I think Junino.
versus Hamood.
Yeah, Azis
Was
versus
Junino the
Hamood
winner?
is the match to close out the rest, and you know, Fruit does take that goodbye. And the defensive habit of jumping, I think it comes from his previous game experience, where typically that can be a great defensive option, and I feel like those players can gravitate towards Blanca because he has options there.
Último
It
match
didn't
que
work
viene.
out, and I mean, it's going to work out for one of these
Hamood
future players.
versus
versus
Azis.
Hamood is our final match of the day. We're going to be seeing the matchups here. I know that in our little spreadsheets, we had multiple characters listed for each. Multiple characters listed for each player.
Aziz previously Luke.
Yeah.
Probably Luke.
Probably Luke again.
But for Amu, who was your main character? Answer.
Esto se va a poner
DJ,
bueno.
Juri, Luke, Cammy.
Prepárense.
Could be anything.
He could be playing you. Who knows?
That's what I'm saying.
Ya
It's a
terminó
good
la
list of
carga.
4 characters, though. If you're going to go with 4, you could do worse than that.
Yeah, it's like Lily, Honda. You have
C
modern
Honda and M Honda?
Yeah, modern. Yeah, exactly. CM Honda. See you later, Honda. I wonder who plays C and M Honda. That's
The
a
genius is only
that's
because
a strong
honestly,
player.
I mean, like Shuto will play C and M Marisa, and
It's
that
true.
is so tough.
It
Like,
is.
You have totally different play systems. Only geniuses can do that, in my opinion.
You gotta tap in.
Anyway, I'm not sure which character we're gonna go with for Amu. We'll find out very shortly when they actually load into this thing. As I mentioned,
Okay.
Aziz, when he played earlier, although it was 2-0 to look at the score when he lost to AngryBird, nevertheless, a lot of those games were close.
Yeah.
He took rounds. There were chances to do more.
Yeah.
He's a very strong player, as we mentioned before. I mean, this is somebody who I had seen play in Kuwait, you know, a decade ago almost.
Exactly.
Somebody who was already having success. And beating very strong players internationally who came to Kuwait for Kuwait Battle Royale. So he's somebody who definitely can make this happen even in top 8, even getting all the way through it. For Amu, you know, having just beaten the legend G, it's a bit of a different path. Getting here. That match, you know, looked like it may have been a little squirrely for both of them. Maybe a little bit. We were
scrapping.
Yeah, maybe a little.
We were definitely scrapping.
Difficult to make things happen in there. This one is a little bit closer to home.
Yeah, absolutely.
Although not by a whole lot.
Yeah, and again, whatever happens, once the match begins is what we're going to get. And I mean, yeah, like you said, versus AngryBird, it was the difference between like one wake-up reversal being red.
Yeah, really.
And AngryBird got to get every single reversal out, and I feel like 2 of them were baited on the other end and just was not able to recover, because if you give AngryBird an inch, he's taking a mile, all right? That wingspan, you do not underestimate it, and it is going to be the DJ versus the Luke here. And our final match of top 16 to determine our entire top 8 is going to be Amu versus Aziz. And we're starting off strong. No pressure allowed. Wow, yeah, no pressure allowed either side. What a tech. Uh-oh. Wow, caught the recovery there. Only a normal counter, no punish counter. About to burn out on the side of Aziz. And no meter to boot. This is the exact position you don't want to be in. Yikes.
I love the solution of, oh boy,
wow.
It actually all worked out.
That was a commitment and a half. And I mean, now in burnout, as long as you don't lose the offensive, you're doing fine. But just cool
really
under pressure.
Choice.
Yeah, you are done for after that guaranteed string.
As strong as DJ is, that's one of his poor situations. Doesn't really have great defense with 2 bars. Or sorry, without 2 bars.
Yep. So that was the win scenario for Aziz right there. But Amu finding a way out. Nice target combo, get a little damage, and the bait! Like we said, one reversal can really change the tide of an entire match. And that jump in, now once the stop sign, and the beast mode to boot. To it, round a piece on the board. We are scrapping. That one was fast.
Yeah, 83 on the clock still.
Yeah, like 16 seconds. Sweet 16. That's all we need. 16 seconds, I'm in there.
They're both very capable of doing that. In fact, here's a great start for Amu to be able to get the same. No, he denied.
Yeah, medium kick and the perfect parry on the jump in. Something I want to see adjusted here real quick. It's just empty jump in to deal with the perfect parries. We've been seeing that a lot from these players, and we're not going to see a whole lot more in this match. Potentially, we might have another 83-second match. Is it going to be a wake-up super from the side of Aziz? Are you even going to survive? Yes. But, wow, sway to beat the super.
I love the cute idea. Denied. Only 2 seconds slower than the round before that. It's 1-0 Amu.
Yeah, quick matches back and forth. Both of these characters are incredibly explosive. If they're willing to spend their entire drive gauge and their resources, they can absolutely take this game into a 2-touch zone. 1 throw for your troubles. Aziz not DPing this time. Wake up jab. Changing up the options. I feel like that's how you have to layer it in. And wonderful stuff. Finding the jump in here. And what a meaty. Wow.
Great work.
Yeah, love the spacing trap. No anti-air this time. Finds a way out. And no tax paid. I want to live wherever that is. Ooh, the meatiest of drive impacts. And that is going to be the game on the board. I don't even think. Nah, you got to spend level 1. Better safe than sorry as you are moving towards set point top here. Aziz has to tap in now.
Maybe a chance for Aziz to get things going. I'd love to see him do the same thing that Amo is doing, which is things that are difficult to react to under the circumstances. That DI, for example, at the end of that last round. Great choice. However, the confirm comes. Amu.
We saw the TP to get out before, but the jump medium kick, a very interesting option. Still locked down, even though these trades are giving you a little bit of space. It's going into the favor of Amu with the level 2. 1 touch will do it. All it takes is that singular poke, that singular crouch medium kick, and the drive rush jab is going to be finito. It is done for Aziz. Not even needing the level 3. No super required. That was... Yeah,
I really thought that was going to be closer than that.
Yeah.
Shout out to GB Amu from Pakistan. Played fantastically in that second game. First game was close. They both took a round. They both had extremely strong rounds, I guess. They both had a 16 and an 18-second round in that game 1. But then in that game 2, it wasn't quite as much of a blitz, but it was still total control by Amu.
Absolute clinic right there. And it started off Amu knowing that there was no risk needed, had the chip kill on deck. And, you know, Azis had this very convincing route right back. Had this been the level 2, but 16 seconds gone on the clock. And the immediate clap back here. Utilizing the just cool mix-ups was so dang good. And, I mean, it taps back into the drive rush jab. The anti-airs were so consistent, and Hamood just did not... it was unrelenting, I feel.
Yeah,
it was really unrelenting. Luke just did not get a time to start. And, yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. There were some really good jump-ins, really good opportunities, but... DJ was just more. It was a lot more sound gameplay loop that Hamood was able to present.
I mean, it wasn't a zoning style, or it wasn't really defensive style. It was offensive. DJ was pressure and finding big damage fast and quickly.
Exactly.
That was a very effective choice under those circumstances. So great work to Hamood. He moves forward into the top 8, which means that now we do have the top 8 all lined up and ready to go. We're not going to get there today. You guys know how this works. We're going to be doing just the top 16 today, which means that we're done with matches. But tomorrow will be that top 8.
Yeah, tomorrow's top 8 is going to be amazing. But there is something that you can do today because CPT registration is still open. You got to remember that. CPT registration is still open. If you are in Asia Southeast, registration closes tomorrow at 8 p.m. And like we said, it's 8 p.m. here in the Middle East, so you got to get in there 12 hours. I don't know what that converts to PST, but we'll find out soon. 8 p.m. PST is when you're going to sign up, so make sure that you sign up and give yourself the chance to qualify for the Capcom Pro Tour because you are the only factor you can control, and you know what? You'll never know if you don't swing the bat. And right here are the other times we're going to be swinging Japan, one of the highly contested regions in the world. We just had Fudo qualify through the World Warrior. We're going to get another qualifier on December 2nd for Japan. And then afterwards, December 9th, we have France, Spain, and Portugal. Is it going to be another return to form from the 4 fills, or are we going to have another representative really show up strong there? Please make sure that you sign up. Registration will be closing for those events as we get closer. Like we said, Asia Southeast on the 19th. Japan and France will be coming up afterwards, and you can see the registration periods in black there. So November 27th and December 4th are the dates you'll be aiming for. Do not miss out, as this is one of your only opportunities to qualify for the Capcom Pro Tour, other than the LCQ, which is going to be, I think, one of the hardest tournaments in the world ever besides EVO.
Another way to do it, of course, is via World Warrior. And we've been talking about World Warrior this weekend because the actual qualifications are happening. Right, this has been an ongoing series across the world. Many different regions have World Warriors going on, 26 in fact, which means that we're going to have 26 regional champions. So far this weekend, we have had, well, this week maybe I should say, US West happened this week, Southeast Asia, Japan, US Midwest, Canada East, Oceania, and France will happen throughout this weekend. So this is the time to look it all up. If you want to know exactly what's going on, I recommend checking out on Twitter, super__Yan. Super Yan has had a really great spreadsheet up that has exactly where to watch, when to watch each region, and just keeping track as well on everybody who qualifies to get into that Capcom Cup 10 and get a chance at the grand prize of $1 million. Head on over to CapcomProTour.com for even more information to find out who is qualified for all of those final weeks.
Yeah, that's where you're going to be able to see the standings, the schedule, and just about everything you need to know about the World Warrior program. And we do have a little bit of a Chipotle moment coming up here too.
A moment. Mira que hagan el corte comercial.
In a moment we'll get
y ya con eso terminamos.
Maybe the chip kill of the day. Who knows? I know I had one that I had in my mind, and it involved DJ. And, you know, hopefully we get to play it out pretty soon because we're going to have to do a quick recap. Even though the matches are over, we got more to talk about, more to excite you for tomorrow. So please stay tuned as we finish out the day. Thank you for watching the Top 16. We're going to give you even more after this break.
Ok, gente. Hasta acá llega hoy la transmisión de hoy del top 16 del CPT Middle East. Ya tenemos confirmados a los 8 jugadores que van a quedar para mañana, que son AngryBird, los 2 de Kuwait, BigBird, o sea, hay posiblemente unos 3 o 4 de Emiratos Árabes Unidos, 2 de Kuwait, 1 de Bahrein y 1 de Pakistán, que es Hamood, y YSF-B, que es el de Bahrein con Honda. O sea que tenemos una variedad bastante curiosa. Aunque ahora después lo pondré en la descripción. Pero no se preocupen, gente. Nos vemos ahora mañana domingo cubriendo la conclusión del Middle East, porque después la siguiente semana toca Asia Southeast, que es la región de Chun, para ver quién podrá clasificarse de ese qualifier, ya que Xi'an ganó el World Warrior. Y tras eso viene la región más difícil del mundo, que es Japón, que esa sí va a ser súper estoque de gente. Al menos va a haber más de 500 players registrados para Japón. Mínimo más de 500. O inclusive más que el que tuvo el primer World Warrior de Japón, que tuvo unos 628 players registrados. Lo mismo que el CPT Canada West, que tuvieron también 628 players registrados para el evento que lo ganó Snake Eyes. Pero en fin, gente, si les ha gustado esta esta retransmisión de hoy, bueno, este multistream de hoy, que nos veremos obviamente a la misma hora mañana, den un like, ayuda mucho, compartir en redes sociales y si pueden también suscribirse al canal para más. No olviden activar la campanita de vídeos. Y poco que decir, gente, nos veremos ahora en el correr del día porque estaré grabando. Bueno, estaré subiendo un par de vídeos para tenerlos listos para mañana. Y si puedo también estaré haciendo directo hoy en el canal secundario de Twitch. Finalmente con el regreso de Spy X Family Second Season. Si no puedo hacerlo hoy, lo haré el domingo. Y tendré que cubrir ahí 7 capítulos completos. Pero bueno.